Yo, what's good? Welcome to Who's Music Radio every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. We have a super dope guest that I've been actually waiting for to come on.
We've been getting emails and DMs.
Yes, the whole nine.
And no emails.
And no emails.
And no
Shout out
emails.
to Stephen Flex.
Yeah.
But just so you know, everybody, we got the original King D in the building of LPSD.
Yeah.
Let everybody know what time it is, brother, where you are at, where you're from, what you do, the whole
That's
nine.
right.
For all the people that don't know, but they should
It's
know.
D, LPSD, King D in the place, you know what I'm saying? Big up Who Music, you know what I mean?
We appreciate you, brother.
appreciate it.
And
Born and raised in San Diego,
What parts of San Diego?
Emerald Hills,
Nice.
Southeast San Diego.
yes, sir.
But I've lived a few different places, but yeah, I've been all around.
No, I got you, brother. And you're also Armory
I'm
Massive.
all city, yo.
All city.
yo.
yeah.
I like that.
Nah,
All
but you're
city.
Armory Massive like you're associated with freestyle session, like you're everywhere, buddy.
Yeah, yep. We've been a part of we've been a part of all of that. All of
That's
that.
what
I
I'm
can
saying.
say even from day one, just being LPSD. There's I have my mentors and people that influenced me and taught me everything I know. So we can shout them out later, and I'll shout them out throughout the time. But yeah, just being in hip hop, just a couple of my guys hit me to some shit, and then it's been like that for years. And so we just tend to be everywhere and tend to start trends and be who we are, and that's where it's led us to this point. You know what I mean? Like,
Got you.
Well,
Well, I want to
and
know.
we could talk about that a little more too.
No, we definitely will. But I want to know what, like you're originally from SD, obviously.
San Diego.
Yes, sir. So I want to know.
Paradise Valley Hospital.
Oh shit, he's even getting right there.
Death
What is that?
Valley.
What is that division? On
Death
Division?
Valley. I don't even know.
I think
But
it's on
I know
Division.
it's
I think
Death
on
Valley.
Division. But so I want to know what actually gravitated you towards hip hop, just because, and I know this is gonna sound weird, but I'm Mexican. We don't know what the fuck who is, but
Alien.
I'm just joking.
Before-
But
well,
I want to know, as a Japanese MC or artist, or I mean, just as a Japanese man, what gravitated you? What pulled you into hip hop? I'm curious.
Mostly, probably just Rapper's Delight. Like,
There you go.
My aunt took me to a Sugar Hill Gang concert
Oh
when I was a kid. And I'm talking like 4th, 5th grade maybe. And
Sports
that was-
Arena?
Sports Arena.
Nice.
You know
So
what I
dope.
mean? That's the first time one of the first times this weed sparked up. You know what I
Oh,
mean? The
shit.
lights go off and the show goes on, and that just from there, I always felt like I wanted to be a part, even just a fan. Like, I'm a fan first, like no matter what. Like I'm a fan first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People. The hip hop taught me how to rap, but my homies some of my good homies taught me how to rap. You know what I mean? Or
That's
want to
dope.
be. But hip hop, I felt like music was good. Even before hip hop music, my mom and my father and everybody in my family put me up on good music. So that was the beginning of that. Before hip hop, James Brown, all the soul, you know what I mean, reggae, all that. So
Shit, you got
and my
lucky
big
then.
brother, my stepbrother put me up on Run DMC, and there's certain things that we knew about then, but was put us up more on it, and then that was. How could you not be down with that? How could you not be a part of that? Especially being maybe who I was in the areas that I was in, where we seen a lot of other things that we could have turned into or became. So maybe we chose to be b-boys, we chose to be hip hop at that time trying to be hip hop connoisseurs and for the love of that game instead of a different route. And we might have did those routes too. So, but whatever, hip hop was, yeah. I just gravitated to that. It was more the music, just even before hip hop. We were on it,
Yeah, that's
You
dope
know,
though. But
that's-
to actually
that's some
be at a
soulful shit.
concert though. Bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's
that
crazy.
was
Like, that's
that.
legit.
I thank my Aunt Sandy for that because she took me to that concert. Surprised me and everything. So I can
That's
never.
super
I'll
dope.
always. She's the one that she didn't bless me like that, but she did bless me and took me to the first show. So I knew about it already, but she took me there.
That's super.
She
dope.
got me there, and then from there the rest is history too for me. And
What was your first concert at Sports Arena? Who?
Gloria Stefan.
Nice. Okay.
And then the second was MC Hammer.
That's crazy. Wait, my first concert there, when our first moved here, I was 14. I saw Public Enemy with who was it? Big Daddy Kane and like the Afros. It was like a weird hip hop thing, but it was dope.
Mind you, Gloria Stefan.
Did your mother
at her
chaperone you?
peak.
No, my father did, as a matter of fact.
Was he?
And it was the best because I was like, damn, I already knew they were smoking weed, dude. You know, and I
Where?
found
Oh,
like
in
in
the
the spot,
concert?
and I'm just there with like my pops and my boy Gabe.
Wait,
Like,
how
my
old were
homeboy.
you?
I was 14,
Oh.
and so I
Yeah,
remember.
see,
like,
I was young.
Yeah, I was all.
Was it a date?
No. Why are you getting jealous? We can set something up after, dude. Don't try.
So
Shout out to Sweet Chuck for throwing up in
King
his
D,
mouth a
take
little.
take
back
us
there.
from the beginning. Like, when did you start? Like, so you started like in hip hop when you went to the show.
What-
Yeah, that
became
was
a fan.
yeah, that was a
You
kid.
became a
That, as a
fan.
kid.
But then
r-
in like high school, was that when you first started
probably
putting
a
the
little,
pin?
probably like a year after high school.
You started
or,
putting the
or
pin
something
to the
like
paper.
that. You know, I wasn't even rapping at first. You know, I grew up around a couple cats, Daryl Blunt, rest in peace, and
Respect.
a couple hip hop heads, a damn posse. But you know, at first it was you know, LPSD. It was just a high school friends. Leo,
More of like a friend, like crew.
yeah, a crew. And at first I wasn't even rapping. I mean, Icy Lee, the LPSD is, you know, he was probably our lead vocalist, and you know, he taught me. You know, he didn't teach me how to rap. He taught me how, but he did teach me how to rap. You know what I mean? Like,
That's dope.
you know, I had other influences also, but he's by far my mentor, Mos Desh. Another rest in peace, but
Yes, sir.
Mos Desh is another person that taught me, or made me want to be, you know, made me want to be into it like that. As far as rapping, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I didn't never really think I was ever gonna rap, but I was driving people around rapping, and we were traveling, and we were, you know, doing a lot of things. So it was just time to, you know, either see if I could do it or try and possibly do it, or just, you know, be that person, just be the homie. You know what I mean? We were brothers though, so you know,
Yeah.
it was we're you know, we're a project of like a garage brand, Stephen Flex's garage. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
The Flex
Shout out to
Lab.
Steven- shout out
Shout
to
out to
Stephen
Stephen
Flex,
Flex.
for
You know
sure.
what
Shout
I
out
mean?
to
If it
DJ
wasn't,
Peanuts as well.
it would be, there would be no LPSD without Stephen Flex, Derek Ski, you know, Icy Lee, Black Ran.
Nice.
Dude,
Be
so
dumb.
dope. And then it's just like so crazy how out of all the underground groups in all of San Diego, like I don't care if you're even bringing up from Mitchie to fucking J.O., Icons, Masters of the Universe, whoever the fuck, the one line that is the fucking dopest out of every underground song, you are responsible for it, brother. Just so
Yes,
you know
sir.
that.
I try. Yeah.
No,
That's
just so
what
you
I
know,
made
think
it.
about that. Even with, and I love Schizo, shout out to Schizo, Brady,
Yup.
but like
All
there
my
is-
G's.
yeah.
Everybody you mentioned.
I love all of them. I respect them. I'm fans of them. But I will say that you are the holder of the fucking best line out of.
And do you want
Hey.
to say the line? So the
SD I represent all day, every day. You
That-
know what I mean?
Yeah.
SD I represent.
As a DJ,
Back
I
at you with the
remember
realness.
when
Yeah, we do. SD we represent. That's right. I didn't do it just for me. I did it for, you know, it was a saying. 16 bars. I'm not the best rapper. I'm not the worst rapper.
No, you're
but
definitely
I'm
not the
gonna
worst,
say-
'cause I
you
think
know what
you're
I mean.
actually
I'm not
pretty
the
dope.
best and I'm not the worst. I never, you know what I mean. But I exist and I rap and I do my thing. Like I you know, I've been in many ciphers, been in a lot of things, and anybody in the hip hop scene might know King D. You know, he's somewhat solid. You know what I'm saying? Or
Definitely.
he keeps it solid. You know, ain't
You got
nobody.
my vote.
I'm not perfect, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. It's always been like that, especially in the music scene, because I love all you motherfuckers that are doing it too, and what we did, and the people that made me want to do it, and the people that some of the people you just named were, you know, that's just you know, that's a small few. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? We could go on for days, but those names you named, we all rapped around those times, and it wasn't a contest. It was just I said what I said, and you know, we all have our sayings. We all have verses that we love from all of our young, you know, our our young rapper homies and our old school homies. You know what I mean? You know, and that's how we should have probably been doing it back in the days, and we would, you know, we would all of us would have been a little bit maybe more successful, or who knows, you know?
Yeah, but I just appreciate you, man, for like coming up with that
Yeah.
verse. Is so dope. I mean, as a DJ, just a cappella to cut that line is just perfect.
Yeah, it was perfect for me because in a couple more years, I'm gonna be asking all you cats for some royalty money when you guys become famous. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Like, nah,
Yeah,
nah, we're
appreciate
all
it.
famous. You know what I mean?
let me ask this: how did the name came about?
LPSD is really the original name was LPSD was Leo, Paul, Steve, and Daryl were the original crew members of LPSD, and that's what it was, LPSD.
Gotcha.
And you know, along with like Black Ram, myself, Turan, Thomas, and myself, and a couple other people. You know, when we started making the music, and in like forming that group, you know, it had to change. You know, Paul was an original LPSD member. He actually sang some song, you know, a couple songs with Leo on hooks or whatever, but those were like before, you know, way before LPSD like formed with Daryl Blunt and Taran Thomas and myself. And, you know, Daryl Blunt was the person that brought all of us together, and Stephen Flex. So that's how we all kind of formed. But in the beginning, it was Leo, Paul, Stephen, Daryl. But
Gotcha.
then
So there were like some members like
there was some members and, you know, some real affiliates of LPSD that there just was LPSD family.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And even myself, like at that point, I was LPSD, but it was the LPSD posse. Like we were part of that crew. It was a crew, and we were all brothers too. So you know what I mean? That but. Yeah, it was LPSD, Leo, Paul, Stephen, Daryl, and then we you know, Leo made up the, you know, LPSD, Lyrical Prophets, Strictly Dope. That was the terminology for that, and you know that speaks for itself. Lyrical Prophets, you know, Strictly Dope, SD was all, you know, it was all good for us, you know,
or not even acronym but abbreviation.
Just yeah, so yeah.
I wanted to go back to like the studio time. Like, how was it, or what was the first, or let's put it this way, what was the first song that was studio released, and how was it recording it with amongst all you guys?
Studio releases, we had recorded a few joints at a lab called the Dam Lab in Oceanside. Prior to that, Stephen Flex's lab was a 4-track. Like literally, we recorded some of Leo's first joints on 4-track, and you know what I mean. Like Stephen Flex sampling the, you know, going back and forth and just having to keep chopping. And you know, I don't know all the terminologies for that, but at that point, you know what I mean. There wasn't it wasn't all push button. So you know what I mean. And then as Stephen Flex, and as Stephen Flex,
and how was it? Was it like you guys came into the session and?
I mean, I wasn't rapping at that point.
Oh, okay. Gotcha,
so you know, and then maybe I might have a 4-track, you know, verse or two, but at that point it wasn't even me. It was just Stephen Flex and IC Lee, you know, and you know we had all her you know inputs on the music or whatever. But Leo and Stephen Flex and them, you know, Leo had it down pat, and Stephen, them two had it down pat pretty good, you know, and that was even before, like I said, so we some of us all got involved.
What year is this around though?
I mean, that's like 90s, 90, you know, 89, 90. Yeah, well, it had to be about 90, 91 too. You know what I mean? And then, you know, like shortly after, you know, we then started, you know, working on stuff in the garage ourselves too. As far as studio, real studio quality time was probably the first that had been in the Dam Lab in Oceanside with a man named Frank Z, Dam Posse, and he, you know, he kind of got us into that studio type scenario, you know. Dope. All the way up at Paramount and you know, in different places. And then later on with Kev the Blade Gordon, Chop Shop Records, when we did records, when we you know, released the Most Death records and the LPSDs. But anything prior to that, we didn't even have on vinyl or anything but a cassette. At that time was probably cassette. We, you know, the extent of the studio thing that you asked would be up in Paramount Studios with Frank Z, you know, and he's the one that had us, or Leo at the time, rapping in, you know, real renowned studios.
Nice.
Other than that, it's always kind of been in the house or like, you know, very garage-ish or, you know, somebody's room type shit.
You ever recorded VMF?
I have recorded at VMFs, and I've recorded, I think mostly VMF. I've recorded with Icon projects that I did with the Icons with Sketch, Recipe, Sketch too. I love you, brother. You know, Frosty, you know, you, HOP, you know, whoever, you know, Demon, everybody involved with that program. That's always been, you know, I love them. I love them cats too, you know, like my brothers, you know what I mean?
Appreciate you, man.
Nice. And then, so like in the studio, like, was it all you guys would come? When you were writing with them, were all of you guys in the studio at the same time writing? Like Wu-Tang type of thing?
Certain times we might have been, but certain times not, because certain times we would have spent time on working on the beats. If we were prepared to get in that actual studio time whenever we recorded for songs, we had to be ready about that. We didn't have time to waste. We didn't have waste, you know. We couldn't
Time
in
is
that
money.
generation, in that time, we didn't have that time to sit around and waste.
Yeah.
We didn't have it like that, you know what
No,
I mean?
time was
we
money,
didn't have
though,
that
yeah.
luxury, so, you know, if we were parlaying in the garage, you know, we could smoke. We couldn't even smoke in Steven's garage, dude. There was no way, no how. So we, you know, a lot of times we couldn't parlay like that, you know what I mean? But we got it done. And then other times we were blessed to be in those situations where we could smoke and drink and whoever, you know what I mean? But I hadn't always, like, a lot of times we weren't in that scenarios too, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I can't lie about, you know, oh yeah, we were doing it super big, everything, you know what I mean? I've always had my fun, and we
I'm
got,
sure-
you know, keep things private too.
But I'm
Yeah.
sure, like all of us, we have our moments of like being in the grimiest
Oh yeah.
Oh, for
situation,
sure.
and then we
Sure.
were like, "Oh shit, I was at
Oh,
I was in Hollywood and doing this," you know, like
we
every- yeah.
recorded microphone enhancer we recorded microphone enhancer literally in this dude's bathroom. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
really?
Um,
That's where you guys tried
but
out
he-
vocals?
Well, he had an extra room in the bathroom, and it was really a vocal booth though.
Yeah.
He had the bathroom
echo.
thing was set up, but he had it
That's where
it might have even been a closet, but he had we recorded that there, and it was fine tuned though too. You know what I mean? We had it mixed and mastered, and he had
And did Chop Shop do that beat, right or no?
Blade Gordon did microphone enhancer.
Who did the Back At Ya beat?
Back at your beat, we actually Stephen Flex, Icy Lee, B Dumb had his inputs, Turan had his inputs. Myself, I always just like to hear it, whatever. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean, not whatever. But I already knew these guys could make real,
Yeah,
real
'cause in
beats. Like I didn't
Microphone
really.
Enhancer, you do shout out Chop Shop in there.
Yes, Chop
That's-
Chop
that's
Records.
why
That's
I-
Kev the Blade Gordon is part of Damn Posse through Frank Z. We met a San Diego group that was damn near like a Wu-Tang, a 9-man rap
Oh
group.
shit.
And these cats were like it lived in the East San Diego area, and we gravitated towards them. And
Who was this?
Mos Def mainly,
Yeah.
and another person named Jeff. MCX is who he was.
You remember the crew though, that Wu Tang though? Shit.
The crew was Damn Posse was the
Gotcha.
name
Okay,
of the crew.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna ask too. Like when you guys were coming up and like putting out music, like who was also in your realm as like not
Oh, in our
competi-
realm?
Yeah, not competitors, but like also coming up.
Okay, so
as,
I mean
like,
Tony the Schizo.
Tony the Schizo.
Um,
And this is like early '90s.
Tony the Schizo, Pimp and Comprehension.
Damn.
We had people all sorts, culture, Mad Culture Crew at that time
Nice.
was a cast
Shout out
of
to
a bunch of
Joker.
characters, but Mad Joker, and not characters, but yeah, characters, real,
No,
literal
because even
characters.
Banish was a part of that though
Oh,
too.
yeah, later on,
Yeah.
he
Oh, was-
became
oh,
that.
yeah, I do
Shout
remember.
out, that's the young,
Banish,
that's
that's
the
the
young
one,
gunner
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I love Banish. You know what I mean? A young gun, number one.
But Masters of what is
Masters of the Universe was a little bit younger than us too, but they were huge. Orko,
Orko,
Wally Banger, shout out Wally Banger.
Matrix, aka
Yep, Kane.
Odessa.
We got to give a shout out to Kane.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
We're
all
still
the
trying to
all the
get his ass
masters,
on the show,
Ganja
man.
Sufi, Sumach. You know
Yep.
what I mean? All the cats that you know what I mean. Adam
Wes
12,
Craven,
Adam
all of
12,
them, yep.
all of
Adam
them,
12, yeah.
all of the whole masters. If I don't forget, I forgot some of them.
Where's
dudes.
Adam 12 these days?
I haven't
He be
seen that
on
cat forever,
Adam 12
bro.
be on Facebook though, gigging a little bit.
Is he? Shit, I'm
But shout
thinking-
out to Master Universe.
For sure.
Shout out to Mad Culture Crew, Icons, Tony the Schizo,
Mr. Brady.
Mr. Brady, Cricket. You know what I mean? VMF.
yep.
I mean, the list goes on. You know what I mean? I could name a few. As you asked, like who? Damu, Gangsta Earn. You know what I mean? Those
Green Eyes.
people got us connected to certain people. In the game, through Frank Z, we met a lot of folks. Before we knew them as rappers or even be like street legends.
That's dope.
I used to work at FAMART, so I used to see all the
Oh,
rappers come
shit.
through.
Wait,
and
time out.
bring-
When
and
the
bring-
fuck did you work?
Yeah,
at
because
What
I
years
used to
were
pop
these?
in.
Yeah,
I
me
used to
too.
pop in there.
I mean, I used to work at Music World. I used to work at the one to the left with Don.
I
know what I
bet
mean?
you know
I
what's
feel like
funny?
I
You know
probably
what I'm
I bet
saying?
you
been
when
there.
I first
But
moved
you-
to San Diego,
you know,
bro,
yeah.
that I probably bought music off you and didn't
So you
even
guys
know it,
had,
bro.
yeah, you must have been
Wait,
kids.
so
you
you
know?
when
No,
you
I was a
walk in,
child.
you walk
I was
into
like
you go to the
13.
left. I was definitely buying.
Yeah, I came into
Yeah.
San Diego
Yeah.
in
Yeah. I
'89,
was definitely
bro. I
buying.
was 13, and
So-
I bought an MCM.
Yeah, but then
jumpsuit
by
out
by
of that bitch.
'89, I might have been by 80. Well, actually, after '89, we were in there. Yeah, we
Oh,
were in
no,
there
89 I
for a
wasn't
couple
in that.
years.
I was definitely buying
Yeah.
for you. That's so random.
Yeah.
I was
And then
late-
what was the
I
indoor
was-
bazaar on University?
Well, that was after.
Yeah, because I remember I got
Frosty
the,
used to work at the one adjacent to me too.
Oh no shit.
Yep.
That's funny.
And LA Reckless.
Oh shit.
Shout out,
To
you
LA
know.
Reckless.
You know.
Yeah.
My
Dude.
interviews come to be shout outs sometimes because we bring up stories and names and then I
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
say
no,
what's
it's
up.
all-
But
It's all good, man.
anybody I mention, you know what I mean? Much love. And then
represents.
what who's and as who said, yeah, that those a lot of those names, like I said, the list goes on of the people who I love and rock with. But those the names that I've just mentioned, I had done music with them in the past. One Nation Massive was another. Cupfather was another name.
sure, Cup-
you know what I mean? Like I
RIP.
said, I can't not mention Cricket, JL Felony. Those guys
Actually,
were rapping.
Benny Herron, dude. He
You know,
clips.
Green Eyes, Benny.
Kevin Green.
You know, those are
Yeah,
younger
yeah,
guys for
yeah.
me. But Green Eyes and the guys, Prime Suspects, the
Battery
guys
Lane,
rapping before me, LOD. Not to say we wanted to be like them, but if when you see your homies or you see people and figures like that doing their thing, you feel like, how come you can't do that or be that way?
Yeah.
And Leo was always Icy Lee was always my main influence in rapping, but Daryl Blunt and Icy Lee and our Stephen Flex made me want to rap and be around that stuff and a lot of those names. Cupfather too, he was one of my main mentors. And these names like that were around, and I mean there's probably a few more that I didn't mention in my. Hopefully cats don't get salty, but
Nah.
those names,
You
a lot
named
of
a lot.
them.
I mean,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Plus, we've been drinking. So
I was gonna ask. Do you remember the experience on your first time on the stage, your first show?
The first time I was on the stage was I did a talent show at the back of FAMART, and that shit, it didn't go bad, and I ain't never got booed in my life. But I mean,
Man, I totally
you just
remember
never
those
know.
too,
You
on the
know,
back
you
of
never
FAMART.
know how people took it or seen me rapping.
Was
for
it a
the
talent
first
show?
time.
Was it one of those things?
It was
where
just
it's
like
you
get up and spit some bars type shit. I don't even
Yeah,
know.
but did the winner get like a deal?
Ah,
Like, oh, you
I
get
don't,
signed to
I don't even
Universal?
remember it
Remember
was
those,
like that.
those showcases
But they
or
made
whatever?
me do it by myself, so I just did it.
And then what about the first show that you performed with LPSD?
The first show with LPSD, jeez, I can't even remember. One of the bigger shows? or
Yeah,
smaller
or like
shows?
let's.
I mean, we've done some pretty big shows.
like locally, what was like one of the shows? San
We
Diego?
opened up for Cypress Hill and Syko Realm.
That's
I think
dope.
that might have been one of my more bigger ones.
What was that?
know.
What venue was that at?
That was down at World Beat Center,
Oh shit.
Oh, nice.
off of Pacific Highway at that time. Yeah,
Damn, that must
I
have been
think
lit.
Yeah, I done that. I mean, actually, what is
I thought you were gonna say House of Rap.
No. Well, House of Rap. Yeah. Shout out House of Rap. Shout out to Big Surge. We did me and Taran. We were up in Solana Beach. What's the Solana Beach?
Oh,
venue?
the
Belly
fucking
Up?
Belly Up. Yeah.
Fuji's did Belly Up and asked some people to come up on stage, and we actually got up on stage and
Rocked it.
had
That's
the mics
dope.
passed by Lauryn Hill and everything. We were kind of drunk. Me and Black ran, so we spit some bars up there. Shatim Allah, he was another person that spit bars that night. I'll never forget Shatim Allah. He was there. Ferb had it on video, but we never ever got it. We trying to find it for 20 years, but. No, Praz got destroyed by us because that was me too.
Oh, you
well,
were
one
on
of
it.
us,
Yeah.
Taran, somebody like Shatim. Yeah, there was a few of us up there that night.
Wait, tell
so
that.
basically the
Tell that
story
story.
is
'cause
like-
I
Yeah,
don't
they
know
just
that story.
we just got for some reason, some odd reason, local cats, they were inviting people on stage.
Yeah, but Praz.
I mean, Lauryn Hill passed me the mic and I had a drink in my hand, so that's got to be one of my most memorable
Yes.
moments on stage. You know what I mean? Even if
sure.
I was doing a show or rapping, so
Yeah.
that was my. I could say that was one of my biggest ones as far as doing LPSD. We did a lot of venues, so yeah.
But that story goes like Praz started calling out heads like in the
Absolutely,
audience, right?
yeah,
And then like you
yeah.
guys served them basically.
It wasn't even like
Well,
we
I
really
mean, like-
served them,
Yeah.
but they were just like, and at that time, cats were a little more aggressive, and they were like calling fools on stage. Yeah, he did.
Sweet Chuck's
sir.
letting everybody know that
Yeah.
Praz got destroyed on stage.
Yes, sir, he did get destroyed. Yeah, Lauryn Hill too.
Wyclef even laughed at Praz, dude. That's the best story.
Yeah,
right
that was
there.
one of my couple greater moments on stage too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's legit. I just love the fact that Praz, of all people out of the group,
Yeah.
is gonna call fools out.
Yeah.
Like, cause he was the weakest link. I'm sorry, I don't care what
No,
anyone says, but
I
thought the other guy was the weakest thing.
You think Wyclef?
No.
I'm talking about. Oh, I'm sorry. Praz is the one I'm thinking.
There was another one. The time that Cutfather, there was another time one of the ones Cutfather battled. It was one of the nights. It had to be one of those back in the days, like Zulu Nation, Rocksteady shits, and Cutfather was battling Mad Child too, and then there was some LA rappers in town, and
Oh, shit.
I remember we remember just blowing mics up and just dropping mics, and they're crushing and shit like that. And Cross One always tells the story. Hey, yo, wait, before we go on, a big shout out. He might not even be watching. Big shout out,
Fuck
Cross
that. He
One.
better be watching.
Cross One.
You gotta get him on the show.
Worldwide. Happy birthday,
Oh,
my
shit.
young homie. I love you. We missed the. We were supposed to have Japanese barbecue, and I was damn. It's his birthday party.
Well, hold on.
I don't want to tell no extra stories, but happy birthday, Cross, man. I love you, brother.
Hey, Cross, happy birthday,
Happy
brother,
birthday.
man. For
Yeah,
real, brother.
salute.
Appreciate
You know
you,
what I'm
man.
saying?
Thank you.
He's my young brother, but my mentor also. I love you.
And thank you for literally representing SD to the fullest. as
Freestyle
well, no pun
session
intended.
worldwide.
Armory.
Yep.
Forever. Armory massive forever. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think of Rui? On the fucking
Hachimura.
thing? Yes,
I got
sir.
some of his rookie cards.
Me too.
But he's Japanese. I'm
Yeah.
a fan. You know what I mean?
No,
Of
but
course
I'm saying,
of
what
that.
do you think of him being on the Lakers?
We'll
now?
see. We'll see.
All right, there you
Sports
go.
talk, here we go.
That's all I'm gonna let. That's all I was
Yeah,
gonna
we'll
let.
see.
I knew he was gonna be happy though. You know,
But-
you got fucking happy.
But let's get back to the questions too. But happy birthday, Cross One freestyle session, Armory Massive and beyond. You know what I mean? From here till the lights
Shout out
go
to
out.
Felt One, too.
Felt One too.
How about that story? How did you and Cross One connect?
B-Boy
I mean,
Mancini.
In a ways too. Yeah, man. Nah, not really Mancini, but
No, I'm saying shout out to
shout out to
my bad.
Mancini. Yes, sir. B-Boy Mafia. Me and Cross One, we used to go. We went to freestyle session. We went to Cross One. When we were doing the Zulu, Cross One of them came around and they were Zulu youth, and they came through and they were Zulu youth, and they were probably young doing their own thing. But I met Cross One around the Zulu youth times, and then but he was younger then, and then freestyle session, in Chula Vista. There
Boys and
was a
girls
rap
club,
the
yeah.
boys and girls. There was a rap room, so we were representing his venue and just going through their rapping or whatever. I didn't even
nice.
know Cross One liked that at that moment, but I mean he was doing his thing and he was a young homie, so
So it's like same venue but different rooms, and then you guys. met
well,
up.
he had a MC cipher room, and we were more
Gotcha.
gravitated to that because
dope.
we were rapping. But all in all, that was that event. But probably all in all, since then, not to even say I had been not even say a fan, but we were always checking for young Cross too. You know what I mean? And it wasn't till later that we started hanging out real tough. We see each other all the time or whatever, but hanging real tough. Around before the Armory days, we had travel. We did went to Japan with him a couple times, and it was just from there it just was history. You know what I mean? Like
Dope.
you hang with people that are doing the same things that you're doing,
Yeah.
or you see them in the spots enough,
You
or
vibe
you
off
can,
each
or you
other.
or you conduct business with each other, or build a bond and a friendship. Then that's loyal. That's you know what I mean. That's friendship. That's worth more than money, man. Worth the time, and you know what I mean. Like friendship is golden. You know what I mean.
100%.
And to have friends like him.
Nah, Cross is a good dude,
and other
man.
people like that, is important in your world. Your own friends are important to you in that way, in that aspect. But yeah, it was. I would say that. And then later, when he became part of the Armory, we obviously had became a lot more closer. As far as having to conduct business with each other and talking to one another every day.
Gotcha.
more not even more so as a friend, but at that point in time too, more so as business. And then,
Gotcha.
we were definitely friends. You have to be friends before you can work with people too. So.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. So that's how that came about. And then with the different phases the Armory went through, I kind of stayed. I was the one person that kind of stayed throughout the whole transition, even from me owning it or having it handed over to me and then losing it. You know what I mean? Or dissolving it, so to say, or just stopping because it wasn't working for me.
Yeah. How did the Armory? Let's talk about that because not a lot of people know how did the Armory come about?
The Armory came about with that goes way back. We'll go through that real fast, but the Armory started with Alan Reyes, DJ Rage, Stephen Flex, and DJ Unique, and at first that was the first three people that really started the Armory. They were the ones that started the Armory. So
and it was started as like a hip hop shop.
It was It was actually it might have been more. To be honest, it was Armory. It was probably more of a record store because Stephen Flex, Unique, and as you know, DJ Rage, all DJs in San Diego, big heavy hitter name DJs at the time. You know what I mean? Or some of the best in the world in my point of view. But hey,
Stephen
who knows?
Flex
It's Stephen Flex.
Bro.
I mean, what can we say? You know what I mean?
Unique too, though. Man.
We gotta get him on.
That's not all right.
Yeah.
Stephen Flex.
I've been trying to get Stephen Flex.
But anyway, it was them.
Yeah.
It was them
Syko
three.
does all the talking.
I'll speak for Stephen Flex. But it was us. It was them three, and then it did go through a change. Rage stepped out, and Stephen Flex and Unique, partnered with Cross, and then from there they conducted business for a few years, and then other people, whatever. It just evolved into different people. And
this was at the downtown shop.
The downtown shop.
Gotcha.
By that time, Stephen Flex and Unique had parted ways, and then Stephen Cross just, me and Cross stayed, and then eventually Cross stopped, and turned it over to me, and then it just
But at one point there was an Armory in Hawaii, though, correct?
Yeah, there was an Armory
in Pacific Beach too, right?
In PB, yes.
Yeah.
Cross opened one in PB too, and we were gonna keep Unique
Branching.
and Steven were gonna keep downtown. Cross was gonna do PB, and then again, these are all brothers, so personal issues and things like that, but
No, but shout out to
made
Cross for
changes
that,
in the Armory. So the Armory eventually just it's still Armory massive forever worldwide. And shout out Jabba and Allen for doing the
Yes,
Hawaii
sir.
thing when they did. But yeah, Armory Masters worldwide. But we had to stop the brick and mortar. That
Shit happens, man.
it's
Serato.
it's hard to do that. You know what I mean? As
Serato fucked it all up.
quote businessmen and like Cross also had other business ventures and stuff going on, and things couldn't continue to go on. You know what I mean? It probably, I would have to say during the time it was just me, myself too, it had run its course. Felt had got involved with his brothers, and we're doing a vape thing too at that time when the vape things was hot. It was working, business was good, and things just happened. You know what I mean? In those particular times, people, a lot of people weren't shopping like that too. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's hard to keep those type of boutique shops alive like that. I mean, it's not hard for everybody, but
No,
it
but
was
it's
it was
dope.
hard for me.
It was
And,
definitely a San Diego staple, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
but for Cross to be able to say, hey, I'm gonna, we have downtown, we got a PB location, we got one in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Like even
Yeah,
though
that's
it
good.
didn't run its course the way you guys would have liked to,
Yeah.
it's still dope.
Well,
that
you know
guys
what?
were the
We
first.
all some talk about that to this day, and the bottom line is we did it, we built it, we ran it, and if anybody ever wants to say we destroyed it or however, they can't. They could say what they want, but we could always say that we did that, and
Yeah.
then what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
you guys
No,
are the
but I'm just saying,
makers.
You guys
Yeah.
were the first to have like different locations, because even Stacks,
Yeah.
Stacks was
Yeah.
like way later.
Yeah, but
And
that
think
was-
about they had LA, they had San Diego, but CSL
Yeah.
didn't have two locations. AC&S didn't have two locations.
Yeah.
Like I'm just saying, like that's
Yeah.
dope that Cross was able to do that.
Oh yeah,
and
we
were
you
involved
know
with
he
it.
was
That's
you know
dope.
what, one thing about it too is people weren't afraid. People weren't afraid to take those steps at times when it was going good. Like I said, now you look at it, you never know how. You could look back and you never know how it would have went and how it transpired, but the way it goes, and like I said, a lot of there could have been a lot of times with the personal things, personal issues that we don't speak about that made changes that changed the Armory's direction.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we're
let's
human,
face it,
bro.
that's what happened.
Yeah.
Some grew older, some grew out, some did this, some did that.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Some
do-
we'll never say didn't keep it loyal. Whoever was involved at those different times and those times were all loyal 100%. They all know what time it was.
Everybody had a
we
role
all
to
we
play.
all have a role in that. You know what I mean? we
Straight
all
up.
have a role in everything that ended, started, and whatever. And we were blessed for that. We were You know, we were happy. We tried to provide that service, and we were trying to make money too. You know what I mean? We were, and we had a place for somebody could go and talk to somebody that wanted to have some information. You know, I was there. There was plenty of different people there hanging out. You never know who would be there. So, there's possibilities, were endless of who might just be there hanging out. Yeah, we've had, a lot of different folks in there. So, I just felt to me, it was a clubhouse too, man. You know what I'm saying? I get to order records. I get to sell records. I get to ask you what you want, products. You know what I mean? And it was a challenge for us to go get it for you if we could. You know what I mean? And above and beyond all the, all the 4 elements, we try to have a little bit of everything and beyond for people to have. And if somebody came in and said, D, do you need, what's up? I need this. Yeah. I would try to make it a point to try to find it. You know what I mean? Or let's call, I'm calling one of the homies. Like, everyone that's probably standing here. I mean, I hadn't met who I might have seen who before, but these 2 other gentlemen here, we were trying to. That's what we were all part of that. Just a network. Yeah. The network is what
That's what's.
But as far as Armory, we ran for 12 years, and it had different owners, it had different people working there, and I mean it had and if you were anybody who were a part of that at that time, and you came through there, what time it was. We would you never know who you might run into.
I read somewhere that there was like a stripper pole in the downtown one.
There was never a stripper pole in the downtown, but there was a back room though, and
with the couch.
There was a back room. There was a back room. There was a couch. There was a mic booth that didn't ever turn into a mic booth.
There's a couch and a shower.
You know what I mean? You never know what was there.
7 seconds.
Yeah, you never know. I mean,
about 7 minutes.
I'm sure it was a blast.
Seconds.
After the night in the club scene.
Shout out to all my slimes though. You know what I mean? Shout out to all my slimes, LPS slimes. You know what I mean? Even if you retired. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't want to say.
One.
But it was good times at the Armory. And if like I said, thank you everybody for all the support. And when I walk around and somebody says that you used to work at the Armory, that I get that's a special feeling, because I know people recognize who I was, and I would hopefully recognize who they were. Names, that's kind of hard, but it's just my thing too was pay forward, man. If people were listening to my music, and I guess I really didn't care if they were listening to my music because we were just making it, but also when we moved around. I mean, there was a lot of love, like from, not from every one of our people in my camp, but there was L's always had love for the homies, because I knew a lot of people from all the different crews. So, I mean, it was always good. It was good times, and like
you guys were always humble. You guys were never fucking cocky. You guys were never like, we're LPSD, like, nah, dude, that's the one thing
we were though.
No,
we
but
were.
to a certain extent, but like,
we were because we
didn't.
didn't. No, we were because we didn't rock with everybody, and we didn't care that we didn't care. Like, people would always like work with this, do this and that. We sometimes, no disrespect to anybody in the whole, hip hop scene, but sometimes we didn't need that, or maybe we did, but it wasn't like that for us. We didn't, so if we did songs with the homies and the people that we did, that we talked about, those were the homies, you know what I mean? Or I had a relationship with them cats, or, or whatever, or Taran or Leo, and we've all done music, with certain people, and it had to be a little bit special though. It had to be a little bit, I wish, like I said, some of the songs didn't come in, but that's cool. But, like some songs I did, Fickle, Mad Culture, Icons, those were special. Joker, special, because they asked me to do that too, and they were doing their thing. So, they were rapping, and I was I felt honored to be a part of who rapping with some of those people, or even being on stage in ciphers with all the people that I've done anything with, or been in the same spot with, like that goes. I mean, that's over 15 years of talking about what spots we've been in and everything, even including Chuck, and how all of us come together. You know, I think you just have to be loyal, man, and you have to be, you know, we were doing our thing, and yeah, we didn't really have to rock with everyone. You know, that, going back to that question.
When you guys were taking it serious, what did you guys have like a management? Were you guys following the management?
We were rolling with Kev. Well, we had been fucking with Frank Z, and then you know, not really, man. No management. When we did the project with Kev the Blade Gordon. We had looked at some, you know, they had sent some contract stuff, Chop Shop Records, you know, they had, it was Angel Tracks, City of Angels was the label, and they offered, you know, they did Desh's projects and, you know, whatever, but they offered us a little deal, and now we didn't really have a manager at the time.
Who was booking the shows? Was it
we were being asked to book shows, and we were doing, yeah. And at that time, some of those shows, people were throwing them, so we were asked to do them.
Nice.
JQ, he used to throw shows and pay us to rap. You know, he was actually one of the first people that paid us to do shows. Leo and them cats had been doing talent shows in Oceanside and winning money, and Leo actually, and then this and that. But as far as booking shows, we would be around enough the promoters at that time, where Daryl Blunt. He was already doing, raves at the time, so he was able to get us, we didn't have a problem getting shows. A lot of times people weren't paying to do shows.
That's what my next question was going to be like, what was like the pay scale back in those days?
I mean,
Wait, were you getting paid back then?
Yeah, there was no pay scale. Cats was happy to just rap though, man, to tell you the truth though.
Open up for like a headliner. And
open up for headliners, the Cats, I mean, the couple of times I opened up for headliners, I can't even front. Like, Jihan Cats paid us a little bit monies. But, I wasn't, shit. If we were making money off rapping, that wasn't me. I had to be doing some other things at the time, working, hustling, doing whatever. But it wasn't really like that, man.
Gotcha.
A couple times when people had envelopes for the end of the night, we were happy about that. We might have been happy as just some drink tickets or whatever. You know what I mean? And this and that, or getting paid to do certain situations. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't all. My group didn't experience that. Some others might have. That whatever at the time, you know what I mean? Maybe we weren't doing it right. That's probably one thing, but, it wasn't always like that where, and a lot of times we were just trying to get put on too. Like we were trying to be on. We made records to want to be on the radio. Our homies were on the radio. We wanted to make records to do that. We seen other cats making records and cassettes. Why, you know what I mean? And that was part of the times when it was us for us. As far as, paid gigs, we didn't really, it is what it is when it was, but and we never paid to play.
Yeah.
So
no.
LPSD, for the record, we never paid to play.
Since you brought that up, let me ask, is it considered pay to play if you have to sell like maybe 10 tickets for a show?
If you're getting the money pay to play, pay to play could work out.
Because I always talk to artists, and it's like a give and take. It's like a double-edged sword.
Well, if you're getting paid to play, if you're selling the tickets and your group is going to get that money or a portion of that money, then if it's lucrative for your group, then that's that could be good.
But what about now?
Because you should be able to bring 20. You should be able to bring 10 heads though.
Yes.
If 10 of your homies do not want to come to your show, then come on, like let's keep it real. Like we're real men and women and adults, and if you and in your rap world you weren't able to obtain that, then you can't really call yourself that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not, like I said, man, my success and different things could be questioned by a lot of different people because they'd be like, well, what the fuck did he ever do? You know what I mean? But again,
because the other side is also like, now would you pay to play if there was an offer to open up for J. Cole at Rolling Loud, where you're going to play in front of 1,000 people?
That's a good question. And you know what?
And the
that
pay
might be
is maybe like 5 G's.
A person,
you get
a person or their group,
a 15-minute set.
A person or a group or us or whoever would have to analyze the situation and figure, is that feasible for us as a group, as realistic?
That's why
if you were my DJ and me and you said we had this opportunity, we would have to really say, could we do that?
Yes.
Now, if 20 people, if you can't sell out one of your local spots at an observatory with, or whatever in the time that you're rapping, and you can't sell those tickets, then you might want to consider that. Even if you're, not even a shade to your music, but if it ain't good and you can't sell 20 tickets, then you might not be ready for the road.
Yeah.
You might not be ready to proceed on. You might want to make some product and build your fan base.
Yeah, I agree with that.
make sure that your homies tell you if you're dope or you're whack.
Don't have a yes
or
guy.
you're mediocre, or you can't compare to everything else that's going on at that current time.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Because I feel like it's all like each situation is different. Like if I was offered an opportunity, or I was the backup DJ of an artist and we're underground, but we still got good traction, but we got offered like to go on tour, but you had to pay 5 G's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
you're hitting.
or you're just doing one performance.
Well, then we're making sure we got $5,000 in
We got
merchandise,
five-
because me and
yeah,
you ain't gonna go
exact-
broke. We
exactly.
ain't gonna go broke.
So
I never
you-
did that either. I can't say that I ever did that and try. With the group, we never hit the road like that. But I know
that's
for
the
a
hustle.
fact that,
That's
of
the
course,
hustle.
because
so
are
you
you
set
gonna
up the
be
merch?
Yeah.
Then after end your set, you say, "Yo, I'm gonna be in the back
Yeah.
signing. We got a merch shop. Let's go." And then you sit in the back, and now it's artists.
Back to the question too, pay to play. When you said it could be lucrative, and some it could be just I need to get my homies on stage somewhere, and you didn't have the clout to do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Pay to play for these other, that was pay to play was never really a lot of a hip hop thing. That was more,
Radio.
that was a lot of rock and roll type shit. So in my career after that happened, pay to play in San Diego. I mean, we weren't paying to play like that. You know what I mean? I would tell my 20 homies to go buy a ticket if that was the case. Or if my people can't get in, then you know what I mean, whatever. But if you can't sell 20 tickets, man, as an artist, still no disrespect to your music, but it's time to fix.
It's time to.
Your music speaking.
Or
for
maybe rapping isn't for you. Maybe management is for you. Maybe the back end.
Just whatever. Just think. You should. But as an artist, you have to come to terms with that too, as far as how where that level is. You know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
100%.
And at certain times, point too, even myself.
Hey, I'm gonna call you out of that 100%.
I looked at you and said
I know.
it, though.
This dude says he never says 100%. He just said it right now.
Facts.
That was
Those are crazy though. You know what
I
mean?
just
Like,
said that
Yeah.
though,
Shit-
and
shit
I
that-
looked at you to see if you.
shot yourself.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
to see if you
get
try
the
to.
fuck
Yeah.
out of here with
My-
that.
amongst my poker player homies, they would say stats. You know what I mean? But facts. We've used that word. We've used those terms way back in the days too. But now it's kind of funny. It's funny.
Yeah, nice. Should we play?
I want to hear some music because I'm waiting for that second segment.
Yeah.
I know that's gonna be fun. So I'm like,
Yeah, I'm-
hurry
I'm
the fuck
excited
up,
for that.
Play some songs, and then we're gonna
let's
get
get
to the
to
second
some music.
segment.
Yeah.
All
Big
right.
up. Hey, big up who? Big up, Sweet Chuck.
Yeah, thank
Psycho.
you.
We all love you, cats.
We appreciate you. We
Yes,
love
sir.
you, King D, LPSD, everybody that wasn't,
In the chat, thank you everybody in the chat. Don't forget to check out Mr. Sticker. If you guys, anybody in the
Shout
chat
out
room needs
Cutwater
Mr.
SD.
Sticker.
They're representing.
Mr. Sticker.
Yeah, Junior the Disco Punk.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and don't forget Boo Boo the Prince.
Boo Boo.
Yeah. we
Hey,
got
Boo
a-
Boo's bar. Boo Boo got bars, but I fuck with Boo. He's
yeah,
my
Boo Boo
young,
got
one of
mad
my
bars.
young favorite gunners. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? I
shit,
can't
main
even
one's
front.
up in here.
Huh?
Main
Gene
one's up in here.
Flow.
Gene Flow.
Oh
We got a
yeah.
bunch-
Oh, KD brought some cats to the checking in. Oh shit.
Joe Dirt.
That's right.
Yeah,
Big up.
Shout out to the moderator,
Yeah.
Mr. Sweet Chuck.
DJ
Yes,
Sweet
sir.
Chuck. And if you guys have any questions for King D, please
Type
let us
them in
know.
the chat.
Yes, sir. So Who's Music Radio every Wednesday night? King D, LPSD representing.
Whoop whoop.
Let's go.
Back at you with the realness. Back at you with the realness. Back at you with the realness. Back at you with the realness.
Do you get what you're hoping for? Do your doors open? Or did they shut and leave you scoping for an answer? As I glance to what's in front of me, reality is all real and not a fantasy. So I'ma be that nigga next to strive. Stay alive, pack the tray, 8+ to deuce 5 for the rollout. Niggas busting caps and such. On the streets of San Diego, fools you just can't trust. I clutch. The automatic got static, we can fix it. Nigga, cause I'm wicked, you get pain inflicted. I'm sick with the super soul, nigga. So just roll up the Buddha, let the plot unfold. Stories told by the Southeast people. What you see is what you get, you know contest we. Incredibly, I beat that insane nigga from the LPS. If you got beef, motherfucker, get it off of your chest. Yes.
Back at you with the realness. Back at you with the realness. touch to bust raps and such. I try to stay on hit, drop the mad fat classic. Underground, SD I represent. As the L's get bent, I proceed to invent the super dopeness. Always stay in focus, fine tuned to the boom. Probably lifted when I wrote this. Reflection of the real indicates how I feel. Crazy ill with the skill, cause it stays like that. In fact, I'm back at you with the realness, equipped with the soulfulness, styles of a true vocalist. Poetic flows exist up in the temple, a verb essential, fly rhymes the freaking mental. Mind state, I generate thoughts to demonstrate styles and stamina. Look who's right back at ya with the super dope method. Funk flows to drop records. Yeah, back at you with the realness. Back at you with the realness.
Transmitting your transistor, Mr. Spliff Twister. It's the nigga with the gift to hit your sister. Will she let it? Don't sweat it. I guess my love on credit. I know it sounds pathetic. My 1-2 is kinetic. Extra large XL. Play the role like Denzel. Skills like Nick Vet XL. My click is thick. Can't you tell? I'm a Mac like Will Hutch. Hot you to touch. Smooth on the clutch. Much too much for you to get wet. My 1-2 is liquid, so I drip shit. Not to get props. Keep it bumping like chicken pox. Unorthodox, more funk than socks. Hard knocks like shots with 380s and Glocks. I rock all spots, fade blood clots like Clorox, like swirl rats like Teddy Penner. Find your bitch to buy me dinner and slide a binner, cause I'm a winner like Bruce Jenner. Finna shakes the HOUSC. You too messy to test TER. RAPs up the par. Got honeys to give me skins plus the keys to the car. As I ease to the bar for spiked rum and coke. I got rhymes extra nice and tight, spliffs to smoke. I be fiendish on the low. You can't distinguish my flow. When I'm broke, I mix water and flour and make dough. Floss like Ross Perot and Mac that hoe like Bobby Woe. Yo.
Back at you with the realness. 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 You can be the witness.
Niggas better know it, you know what I mean? Feel it. Which way you wanna bring it? I'm about to lay it down treacherous. See how sick the lyrics spit it get. I'm sticking hypocrites. I'm on the streets where all the live niggas get they chips. So understand my plight. I'm trying hard to make it right, but see it's hella deep. Cause in the middle of the night, you know I'm bound to creep. To check a trap, I try to set something in motion. Me and my bitch up against the run out of notion. So feel it, baby, you know when this life is crazy, but still in all, we taking this a chance to ball. Lean it, bitch, the manuscript flipper. All off in these niggas and burning my throat with liquor. It's getting kinda sicker. I'm feeling the vibe, not to trust nothing but bust something. Cause these niggas known to rush something. I try to separate my weight and chop my stones even. Rocks popping off the plate, keep the fiends fiending. Daydreaming is something I can't afford to. Keep a nigga eye on the prize and mob through. I found you in the depths of street living, but now turn it around and see just what I'm giving. Something from the soul and I pray daily to get up on my paper, no ifs, ands, or maybes.
LPSD.
What?
Real rap. LPSD. Real rap. LPSD. Real rap. We be developing this rap shit. LPSD. Real rap. LPSD. Real rap. LPSD. Real rap. Get smoked like the choke crush.
Now I'm cool laid back. My verbal gather just clap. Chips I stack. Drop something lovely on the track. I got you, the dispatcher. You ain't close to my stature. Your chain look like silver. Come close, I might kill you. This is nothing familiar, that's for certain. Fuck hip hop, I'm in the lab, cool hurting. Working out a plan, cause the man is on my back. The track can stay smoking. Still rep that LPS doping. You're hoping I will fall, I got a rank to maintain. You won't blank from too much dank to the brain. This shit is like gold chains and fat laces. I bless the track and stay gracious. Triple crown, pound for pound, I touch you, reverse structure. Never blaze the herbs with the suckers. To the side, time to slide, cause they outside. Leaning on my ride, last nigga who tried, he died. Trust that,
LPSD. Real rap. LPSD. Real rap. LPSD. Real rap.
San Diego, where it comes from.
LPSD. Real rap. LPSD. Real rap. LPSD. Real rap. We be developing this rap shit. Who's that ill shit? I do this for my brother Pop Kid, high octave, straight to the point, right at your optic. The hot topic, lyrical prophet, strictly dominant. In case you forgot, my friend, comprehend I drop gems when I drip that ink. Stain the paper with thoughts of flavor seeping out my pores, quite major. I gave you that underground SD I represent. Now I'm back with new stats, stated facts, testament stays bent like an L, my brother. There's no ifs, ands, or others. All bets covered, all tracks smothered with that strictly dope, fresh daily quotes. I'm no joke. What?
San Diego, where it come from. Represent the L's, lovely.
Getting down with it. I bet that LPS I put the soul. Understand? We getting down with it. I bet that LPS I put the soul in it. The chronic blowing, Southern California type. You know I'm about to keep it pimpin' cause it's only right. Mr. Lee, Nick, bitch, you know my pedigree. Niggas is hating, so them busters try to slander me. It's me and Black Rand blowing up the track major. Originated out that 619, that bitch might fiend, but I'ma keep it pushing on the paper chase, nigga. I'ma keep it pushing, got no time to waste. I'm about to bag up 4 or 5 of them things. Hit the block and see what money it bring. Oh my goodness, it's wicked. Police peeping from the bridge, I'm just trying to live, but my bitch keep giving me trip. But I'm fluid in motion, survival tactics keep me active, and not to mention, my lyrics so immaculate, so what's the real reaction? Satisfaction's what I'm trying to get. The soul shit's what I'm trying to spit. I've been around for a minute, and niggas know me from the L click. You visit hell quick if you stuck with bullshit, real shit to turn. Money earned, we burn slow. Let the ash fall off the blunt, scatter when the wind blow. And take my mind with it, niggas don't get it, so I'ma drop it independent for a minute. I wonder which way to turn. Money earned, we burn slow. Let the ash fall off the blunt, scatter when the wind blow. And take my mind with it, niggas don't get it, so I'ma drop it independent for a minute.
Yo, uno dos, no nigga comes close. Suckers I roast. Time to pass the pill because I'm in the low post. What? I deliver dirty like your grandpop's liver. Style giver, snaps long like the Now River. Now I sold my automatic, so I'm packing something semi as I'm chilling at the bar and I'm sipping on some Remy or some Henny with my nigga Lee Nitty. I'm from that LPS strictly. Don't forget me, be dumb about the hit me, no stress. I bless the sticky, blaze it up like a hippie. I know some shit like a gypsy, but the whole clip from Tipsy. Now I don't give a fuck at all about how y'all be pimping. Plus my DJ be on the cuts just like Orenthal Simpson. Back and forth and back. We heating up the track. It's time for chips to stack. Excuse we never lack. Black Rand push the sedan. We knit, push the coupe. We push the wig back on your crew and be done. Bust the
I wonder which way to turn. Money earned, we burn slow. Let the ash fall off the blunt, scatter when the wind blow. And take my mind with it, niggas don't get it, so I'ma drop it independent for a minute. I wonder which way to turn. Money earned, we burn slow. Let the ash fall off the blunt, scatter when the wind blow. And take my mind with it, niggas don't get it, so I'ma drop it independent for a minute. So what you dealing with? I'm on some killing shit. I shake the block, it's too many niggas revealing shit. Too many times, time and again. Niggas getting jealous, cause I'm a San Diego Slim. You know the bitches love it. Even though the pimpin' on one song done, another knocked out in the studio. Something monumental for your mental, and it's essential. I'm wrecking shop on this B-double instrumental. What? This is my life and I'ma live it how I choose, see? I blaze a tree and lyrically flame spit. Lame sit on the side and watch and talk about what they could do. While I spit the real what I've been through. Niggas is posing with backpacks and whack raps, standing in circles like hoes with no clothes and talk shit. Nigga, I ain't playing them games. I'm flipping lyrics that'll stick in your brain. What? I wonder which way to turn. Money earned, we burn slow. Let the ash fall off the blunt, scatter when the wind blow. And take my mind with it, niggas don't get it, so I'ma drop it independent for a minute. I wonder which way to turn. Money earned, we burn slow. Let the ash fall off the blunt, scatter when the wind blow. And take my mind with it, niggas don't get it, so I'ma drop it independent for a minute.
Who's Music Radio every Wednesday night, every fucking time at the same time, 7 p.m. I'm here listening to this guy's label.
Check this out before we go on.
Hold on, let's check it out.
Black
Let's.
Rap forever. We do everything. LPSD. We do everything nowadays.
That's dope.
Here
Hold on,
forever.
Yeah, right there.
For
Perfect.
my main man right there. I love you, brother. Rest easy.
That's so dope,
All
man.
my fallen soldiers, you know what I'm saying? We've had I've had a couple years of hurt on that shit, but we're gonna salute them today, and we're gonna keep it. If we talk about them, rest in peace. We're gonna keep it moving on them. We love them. You know what I'm saying? They can never be replaced. So Rest in peace to all my fallen soldiers, and I got a lot of them. You know what I mean? We're not gonna go through all that, but as we know, it is rest in peace, Black Ram forever. Thank you.
For sure. And actually, there's someone on YouTube that wrote something really dope about you, and I want to, if they're listening right now, we can't see who you are.
Yeah, who is that?
So if you can at least, send us
my
out.
My government name too. So you must be somebody special in my life, because not a lot of people know that name. So thank you too. Yes.
And so now this brings us to my favorite part of the show, which is the choice is yours.
I'm excited for that.
All right, so check it out. So you already know what it is, but I'm going to let everybody know who's first time listening. So we're going to ask you a series of questions.
Yeah.
You either answer A or B. If it's a
drink.
tie.
Where's my drink?
Oh, we'll get you your drink. Don't trip.
You drinking tequila or vodka?
Well, you know what? Just so.
Or you want some rum? What do you want?
Yeah, rum. We'll drink some
Okay,
rum.
I'll get that right. Chuck,
Spice
if you
rum
got,
and Coke.
if you can get Sweet Chuck is gonna help us out real
Rhymes
quick.
extra nice and
There's
tight to
some rum
smoke.
up there. But yeah, so we're gonna ask you a question. A or B is the answer. If it's a tie, you have to take a shot, brother. The next one says rum. Thank you. Yes.
Just a couple shots. I'll just take a couple shots.
Yeah. You know.
He's,
Oh, by the way,
handing
do
up
you know? do you know this artist who made this little song? Not little song, sorry, but
Who is that?
song.
No, so basically, if you go on,
It's the only song that is on the DPS's LPSD, and it's called Vex.
Yeah, that okay.
By artist named Vex,
Yes,
and it's
that
called
is Vex.
San
Oh,
Diego.
yeah.
I do
OGs.
know. I know that.
Ode
to LPSD.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out my young homie Vex. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my young.
I like
homie
it. He
Vex.
slowed down the
He
beat. It's
paid
like,
paid some tribute and respect to us.
Shout out to Vex too.
And Vex is dope too. Young Gun.
Straight up.
One of my Young Gun, Top Gun cats I talk about. And shout out Blame One. You asked me a question earlier about MCs, influences, and whatever. Blame One of the
Shout out
my
to
main
Nickname, too.
favorite Top Gun rap cats from San Diego.
We got Blame One coming on the show.
Trevor J.
Good. You need him on here.
Yeah, we got him. We got
Ode to
him.
LPSD. Big up Vex. Yeah, he gave me the vinyl. He laced me.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so you got some questions for this gentleman?
All right, I'm excited.
All right,
How we
let's
like,
go. Let's go. I'm gonna
All
sit
right,
back
here we
for this
go.
one.
Right off the tip top.
100%.
Sativa or indica?
Indica.
Yes, sir.
Joint or bong?
Joint.
Dilated or Jurassic 5?
You know what? Shout out all my boys, from Jurassic. I don't really know them like that, really well like that. Maybe only one member. So I have to say Dilated 100%. Though, you know what I mean?
Same here.
No disrespect though. We
Nah, yeah, it's
but,
just a
yeah,
disrespect. Breakin or Beat Street?
Beach Street.
Exactly.
I mean,
We didn't wear cutoff shirts.
kind of easy. That's kind of
MF Doom or Big L?
Big L. In my aspect,
Yes.
in what I like, whatever Big L. Yes.
Black Moon or Helter Skelter?
That was a tough.
Yeah, it's hard to say because it's the same crew. I mean, you know what, man?
Cheers.
Black Moon out first album, but a group like I have to say Helter Skelter. Helter Skelter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
Rock.
shout out to Rock. I fuck with Rock. Rock comes, when Rock
His
comes
voice
to
was like,
when Rock comes to San Diego, man, I've been in one of Rock's videos, so I have to say Helter Skelter and Sean Price. Rest easy.
Yeah, what video were you in? Do you remember?
I was in.
Let's fact check that.
The video was called "Rockin' Out West," and it was Rockness Monster. It was
Nice.
one of his solo projects. But yeah, "Rockin' Out West." You could check that out on YouTube. Yeah, I'm in there. I'm in there. I think I'm eating in there, stuff in my face.
That goes into the next one. Cheeseburger or deli sandwich?
Cheeseburger or deli sandwich? I mean, if you said hamburger, I might say hamburger. But yeah,
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
no,
it could,
okay,
yeah,
it could be hamburger.
Oh, a hamburger.
Okay,
Well,
from where?
From where? From the Wagyu spot in Imperial Beach. That's
Oh, shit,
That's the
right.
real deal.
Yeah,
That's
there
the
you go,
real
gotcha.
deal.
I still forget that.
I mean, everybody's had a hamburger. I'm 52 years old. You know what I mean? And, hey, check me out. But yeah, the Wagyu. Yeah.
Okay.
Wedding Crashers or old school?
I got a stage 5 cling.
That's what I was
I got a stage 5 cling.
Nice.
But old school. No, I mean.
She'll find you.
Yeah, it's up in the air. You know what? Hold on. What was the thing about having the shot? Because you don't really know about that one.
What happened?
What is your guys' thing about it?
Oh, like if you can't choose,
Oh yeah, you have to take a shot. It's
we all
tied.
take a shot.
Yeah.
I take a shot with
We take it.
Okay, you know what? We all know. I don't know what my answer is for that one. I'm gonna take a shot on that one.
Salud.
I have a favorite, but we're taking a shot.
Speaking of stage 5
And
clingers,
for the record, old school though.
I was just gonna say, speaking of stage 5 clingers, when you were rocking shows, did you have stage 5 clingers?
You know,
Please,
yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4,
man,
5.
I do. When it comes to that, I've done good for myself, man.
There you
You
go,
know,
there you go.
I've had relationships and had fun and had a lot of different things and happen in my life. And yeah, that part of the world and that life, that's
Sure, those back
you know,
rooms.
I'm not the best and I'm not the worst. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we said earlier.
Yeah,
7
but
seconds
yeah,
ahead.
yes, because I've been around the world. You know, what I mean, we've done shows. Yeah, I've been to Japan. I've done different places, and yeah, we've had fun like that. Yeah.
What part of the world were they better?
Ooh,
The United States,
yeah, that's hard to
Asia,
say.
Europe.
Nothing's like California, man. I
there
love
you
my,
go,
you know what I mean. But yeah.
Marvin Gaye or Stevie Wonder?
Stevie Wonder,
MC8 or Spice One?
in my life, MC8.
Nice. Tacos or burritos?
You know, certain times we used to call burritos little tacos.
I mean, we could drink too.
Tacos for me. Tacos.
From where?
It just depends. Roll
No.
tacos, beef tacos,
No,
like
but what you named your favorite?
flautas.
I'm going to
Hey,
Santana's flauta.
there's a flauta spot in Spring Valley. You know what I mean? But
That's where I go.
so as far as for tacos, it just depends. Rosaritos and Lemon Grove
No. Okay,
is,
gotcha.
is one of my favorites. You know?
Rosaritos and Lemon Grove.
Rosaritos and Lemon Grove,
Where the
that's
fuck
kind
is
of
that at?
classic to me. What?
I
That's
don't
off.
know.
I don't know that
That's
one.
off Lemon Grove Boulevard.
Okay,
Nice.
I'm going to have to check that one out.
So Rosary, I mean, you know, 30 like over in Shelltown, the one that stays over 24 hours. I don't even know if it's not 38 though, but you know.
Oh, the one. The 24 hour. No,
So one recently they had the shooting at, but yeah, that's good. I mean, like I'm from Southeast. The closest to me was the Barrel, but that wasn't always the
They
best.
changed management.
That wasn't always the best taco shop for
Yeah.
us. So you know what I mean.
Big Daddy Kane or Rakim?
Rakim.
MTV Raps or Rap City the Basement? Joe Cool.
I mean, Joe Cool, that was the dude.
Man, I think for me it's still we recorded MTV Raps before Rap City, but
Yes, sir.
so I still have to say MTV Raps though. You know, it could be that could be argued though. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Different times and different.
sure.
It was different strokes. Like you know, the basement was.
The Basement was dope.
The basement was dope, you know what I mean, and it introduced rappers like that, like rapping in
And then they had him freestyle.
in a booth. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know what, man?
I don't know, the Fab Five on location. And
Yeah,
the
but that
artists
was
in the
classic.
studio,
Don't-
though,
see,
too.
see, that shit was classic, legendary. So yeah, MTV Rap still, but yeah, it was a different time.
Buju Banton or Bob Marley?
The fuck? Wow, dude, that's a neat,
I mean-
dude, that's like one of the worst comparisons. I would say Bob Marley all day for me.
I mean,
I can't do no Buju
So-
Banton over Bob. Yeah.
well, Bob Marley because we just have to say Bob Marley. But Buju Banton made music.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so
fan of his.
so
That's
wait a
what I'm
minute.
saying.
So
But it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
dance hall
So
and fuck. It's like that's like
I guess that also depends on the question you're asking me. But if you just
Who
say
you like
two-
that's like
better?
going,
if
that's
you
like
say
going
two- if
Wu
you say
Tang or
two-
Insane Clown Posse.
It's who you
that's
like
just
better, that's
fucking
all it
like,
is.
if you
what?
say who I like better,
Yeah.
I'm hey,
Like, who you bumping more over the years?
Buju Banton.
There you go. See?
What? Okay,
So if
well
it's
there
who
you
I
go.
like better,
Yeah, that's who it
I
is.
stand corrected, but we ain't gonna drink Buju Banton.
Built for Cuban Links or the Infamous album? So Raekwon album or Mobb Deep?
Wow. Or infamous.
The first
Still
Mobb
the
Deep
Bill,
album or
just the purple tape, yeah, for
Yep,
sure. Still
Purple,
the
yep.
purple tape.
yes, sir.
Still good. That's close. That's a good one. Who?
Lords of the Underground or Naughty by Nature?
We sample microphone enhancer for Lords of the Underground.
Yep.
So Lords of the Underground.
Nice. Wu-Tang or Dungeon Family?
Oh, woo.
Very good.
Dungeon Family. Nah, Woo. Nah.
I know. I was looking at it.
Woo.
I just wanted to say.
No, I know it's a regular question.
Of course,
but-
Woo. Though, come on, yeah.
Yeah.
Pizza or pasta?
Pizza.
From where's?
Felipe's is my favorite,
Okay,
but
gotcha.
there's some other places. Felipe.
Gangstar or EPMD?
That's tough. A little bit times were, man. Gangstar though, yeah, Gangstar.
Mitchie Slick or J.O. Felony?
Yeah, of course, Mitch.
Yeah.
Also time, different times. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, Mitch. Yeah. Of course,
Orko or
Mitch.
Brady?
Damn, that's a good one, dog. That's hilarious, dude. Frosty or sketch?
Orko or Brady? Legends, though.
I know, that's
Legends,
what-
though.
hey,
Hey,
I've been-
Orko and Brady. Hey, I love both
All right,
There you go.
motherfuckers. We gonna
That's the
take
right
it out.
answer.
That was the answer. I was trying to get you to drink, motherfucker.
Because that don't even matter.
I was trying to get you to drink, so that was where I was coming in.
Good one. Hey, who? Salute. Hey, salute. We had a drink on y'all because I love both of you. Wallohim. Big up. Wallohim. Brady. Deep rooted. Big up.
And real quick, not to
Yeah,
bring
yeah,
everybody
get to
down,
that,
but
too.
I want to let everybody know.
Get to that.
Sunday, January 29th, they're gonna have, a special event for Al Dula. My heart goes out to him and his family, and so just so you know, they're gonna be doing it. It's gonna be Friends of Sound, and Steve Cater presents.
I see
Peanut Butter
that.
Wolf, Jake One, Jeremy Soul, Des One, Supreme LaRock, DJ Day, Danny Holloway.
Heavy hitters.
I hope I say this right. David Hafner,
Sugar.
Double P's. What else? Elsewhere, Sonido, Kid Dragon. Shout out to Kid Dragon, Philly Fresh, and shout out definitely Stephen Flex.
Philly Phil.
It's
Steven
gonna
Flex.
be at the Casbah.
El Dula.
And I'm gonna hold that up right now and switch camera views.
Is there a website?
Nah, but it's at the Casbah. Come check it out,
Yeah,
y'all.
Sunday the
You know what I
29th.
mean? Casbah's the website. You guys could check it out.
Yeah, but if people don't know what the whole thing was about, it's basically this gentleman was boogie boarding, I believe, and somehow he got injured. A wave got him, and now he can move his arms, but he still doesn't have use of his hands, so he's technically a quadriplegic, and it's just fucked up, man. So please come through, support, show your love. We appreciate that, man.
Designated hitters.
All right. Prince or Michael Jackson?
Ooh. Man. I have to say, that's tough. Prince. Because I grew up more on the Prince music, but I appreciated the Michael Jackson music too. He,
Executioners or Beat Junkies?
Beat Junkies.
Executioners or Beat Junkies. It's got to be the Beat Junkies because that's who I rock with. You know what I mean? Family. I got family from Beat Junkies. You know what I mean?
Straight
Big
up.
up DJ Havoc. That's
Yes,
my rel-
sir.
That's my real blood relative. Beat Junkies forever.
And I've been trying to get him on the show, man, but he's always working on Wednesdays and
Yeah,
shit.
that's my real blood cousin. So shout out. So I'm extended Beat Junkie family. So I'm honored to be that too.
Yeah,
so,
come on,
yes,
Keith, get
Beat
on the show.
Junkies for sure.
Yes.
90s or 2000s hip hop?
90s hip hop.
RZA or Alchemist?
Tough. Tough, transcending different time frames.
I always
like
say this.
all
I
that.
listen more to Alchemist, but RZA, literally, the shit that he did, it's
so-
like you can't deny that.
So
man.
back to the cussing is definitely RZA. Like I'm not like swayed
Yep.
by anybody on that.
Yep.
But I also like when who's been mentioning some good close, things, and it's for me they've been mostly the time. You know what I mean? Different time frames too. So it's hard to say because both of them were like, classic in their own time too. So yeah. Okay. But yeah, RZA for sure.
Menace to Society or Boys in the Hood?
Menace to Society,
Yep.
Boys in the Hood.
I'm going Menace.
Menace to Society was way more grimy,
I felt like it was real.
made more gut wrenching,
was more
But
real.
Boys in the Hood, yeah. Nah, yeah, Menace to Society for me.
Scarface or Goodfellas?
You know what? I seen Scarface with my grandmother
Oh shit.
when I was a kid, as a youth. So I would have to say Scarface.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, I'd have to say Scarface.
Tupac or DMX?
Well, neither.
Tupac or DMX.
I would say neither.
I mean, as me being even considering myself as any kind of rapper or somebody that makes music or whatever, I'd have to say Tupac still.
Nice.
I'd have to say Tupac.
And the last one, loyalty or respect?
I mean,
And
this is
why?
a good question because
Because
who was here the other day that said some crazy shit
It,
about it?
it was probably either Indian K or it could have probably been Ray Riley. I want to say
Nah,
it's
it
one.
was somebody else.
Really?
Oh, you know what? It was Keys. Shout out to my
Oh,
homie
Mr.
Keys.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
shout out to.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Keys.
Yeah, rest in peace, Buys One.
That was a wild
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you
So
didn't check
Keys,
that out,
Keys,
go
that's
to
my
the last
Keys.
10 minutes.
Keys is wild, and that's my
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
And
He's
so,
wild.
he said something about. Well, he said something about the respect that you're so, the loyalty. Like loyalty is what, and he made a good point. I guess I'll make my own points. But loyalty is something that he said that loyalty is what you're supposed to have.
Yep.
And then you get the respect. So respect was the answer.
Yeah.
And I agree with him in a lot of those ways too, because you know what I'm saying? Like loyalty is if you decide to rock with somebody and that becomes your brethren, your family, your brother, whatever, your loved one, whatever, your wife, whoever somebody's be. If you really don't have the loyalty, like that's the respect is earned and I need the respect, and like I'm egotistical sometimes too. So when you ask the question, respect, because I got the loyalty, I keep that with me, and so I want the other. Not because I need you to respect me, it's just because I give you my loyalty if you know me and you know who I am. So Keys, man, he said that, and it was like similar to that too.
Shout out to Keys.
Yeah, shout
Yes,
out to
sir,
the
Mr.
Keys.
Keys,
And I
Long
met
Beach
Keys too with my
representative.
man Buys One. Rest in
Nice.
peace. Shout out to Buys One. But yeah. So the answer to your question, who is respect?
Respect. I wanted to ask you, and now it is the end of the
I was waiting
choices.
for that part.
Yeah, that was the end of the choices. Yours. I wanted to ask you, what would you say is your smartest decision and your mistake in being in the music
Your
industry?
best and worst decision in the music industry,
Yeah.
basically.
I mean, my best decision was to even do it.
Yes.
Dope.
and be a part of it and just as I was doing it just because I wanted to do it and be a part of it. So maybe that sounds like kind of crazy or whatever, but so the best part about it is also the best part about that too is the network.
Nice.
Network is the best part, because broke or rich or whatever, if you have the right network and you stay loyal and you get the respect, let's put all this shit in one.
Yes.
You get all that, then you get to a point where you're content with whatever comes about, and so answering that is, I would say that the best part is just being along for the ride.
Dope.
And the worst, I mean, there is no worst. Like there's worse points and times in your life. The worst is losing my rap friends, losing my loved ones, losing Black Rand, losing Mos Def, Buys One, the numerous people that influenced me to do what I'm doing. And those are the best. That was the best part about it, was camaraderie too. So when you lose that, you gotta certain times you gotta search for your own happiness, because the worst part about, if you're asking, is loss.
No, of course, but was there any decision that you made that you were like, either you learned
Like looking back.
immediately fucking from it, or
Yeah.
you were just
man,
like,
if
fuck,
you could
why'd I
tell,
do that?
if you could tell your younger self,
Yeah.
like don't do that.
this. Yeah, exactly.
It's not about don't doing it. Is for us, maybe my crew, and speaking of that, is maybe we didn't ultimately take our show on the road and maximize the potential that we needed to try to do, and go other places and go
Like go on tour.
go on tour, take our show on the road too. We rapped, we made good records, and we were content with that at certain times. other people were content with doing the different things that they were doing and not being part of LPSD, but still being LPSD. So at times we all took breaks. At all times we lived our lives, turned into men and turned into doing whatever the hell we were doing at the time. So regrets like that, my crew, yeah, we have a lot of them, and I feel like we didn't maximize our full potential at certain times, but we were still doing what we love. So it's double-edged sword when it comes to that.
I wanted to ask you, like, do you advise that to the younger artists coming up to, like, maybe conquer their local or regional scene, but also step out, like go?
Some young cats, but a lot of cats probably wouldn't even listen to that fact because of that. Like, they'd be like, well, what have you done? What could you really provide for that? And well, you didn't do this. Did you make that much bread? There could be a lot of questions that an artist that has made some money, or maybe somebody that's on a different level than me would have said that. Well, what the fuck does King D even know anyway? But
experience,
experience and whatever I went through, it wasn't the same for some of us. We could talk about that for hours. I've rapped with this man's people in his crew when he was DJing at certain times. Then he wasn't with that crew. That doesn't matter that we weren't all family, but it's just during times that we were just doing it for the love and stuff. So the mistakes and all that, and what I would tell the young cats too, and things like that is, you gotta maximize your thing. Take your show on the road. Go see if other people think you're dope. You know what I mean? Is your music compared to things that are on the radio, or compare with the underground music that people are playing? And you got to be aware of that. Does that compare to what's going on at the certain time that you're rapping? Like if even people ask you make music now, and sometimes I haven't because sometimes I don't feel that I'm not well tuned to what's happening right now, and haven't been making music with my homies, and so the question is, but my advice is like, just don't be whack. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And
that's right.
And that's the bottom. That's the thing.
Line.
And the mistake, and going back even to the mistakes that I made, is the mistakes I made as a professional or an unprofessional. Some of those were personal, and some of those, if people know who I was and whatever, they know. Like, there's a lot to talk about that. But in keeping it quick and summed up, man, just master your craft, do your trade, and if you're dope, or even if you're not dope and you get a lot of hits and you're viral and whatever, then you're riding your own wave. When it comes to an end, you'll see. Or whenever you make $1 million, you'll see. Or if you don't make $1 million, hey,
it's all good.
Keep it moving and keep it trying. You know what I mean? There's millions of a lot of my favorite rappers probably ain't rich.
Oh, for real? That's
some
just
of
the
them
way it
are.
goes. Hey, we got a question in the chat real quick.
Yeah.
So someone asked.
State the name.
Yeah. Well, no, there's no name. It's actually that same artist or the same person we're trying to figure out from YouTube. But they said, ask D. Let's see here. If you witnessed Masters of the Universe battle Log Cabin at B-Boy Summit circa 1996, somebody's got to have that footage.
There's a lot of B-Boy Summit footage, but the rapping part sometimes I don't know.
No, but do you remember the battle though, or no?
But who's Log Cabin though? And were they masters?
I'm assuming it's Far Side is my guess. I don't know if that's what they were talking
Nah,
about. Unless it's
I
not.
can't say I remember.
Okay, got you.
But I know that happened, but I can't say I even witnessed. I don't know I don't even know where I might have been. I might have been blunted out on those Phillies smoking Philly blunts at those times.
Look at you.
Smoking beaties too.
Beaties.
No,
I was just having this conversation. I was like,
we talked about
what
that
are those-
week actually.
what are
Indian
those things?
cigarettes.
Yeah, with
I
the little
always-
string.
Yeah,
I had
Indian
a
cigarettes,
freestyle. Always had a freestyle little verse
Yeah.
that I said. I used to say, "Ill busy, strawberry beaties keep me dizzy," and I could always say that and get into my raps if I said that. So I would say that.
Yeah.
And but yeah, beaties, they'll fuck you up.
And you even mentioned Phillies, dude, in your verse.
We smoke weed,
Yeah.
No,
got
I
you.
don't remember. I don't remember that. I don't remember that, but I know it existed. So I can't really say. And do I ever get tired of MCs rapping over slow ass beats? Nah, sometimes I don't, because like I like some of the rappers that do get tired, that do rap over those beats. But I do. So yeah. So I do get tired of it sometimes too.
Is there any local guys or regional guys that you're listening to right now, or?
I always fuck with. Hey, but I always fuck with Blame One.
Straight
I
up.
fuck with Obi. Obnoxious. I like
Yeah.
Obnoxious. I fuck with Kane. You know what I'm saying? Young K. You know he raps. Kali be out in the bar, out and about spitting bars.
Kali's-
So I always have to say the homie Kali. I like a lot of cats. Nubia be out here rapping, representing. I go to show. I still go to a little bit of shows, so I get to see some people doing their thing. There's a lot of people you guys had on the shows that the last 3 or 4 shows that were rapping. That the one chick, you know what I mean? I've been seeing her
Yazi?
around.
Yazi.
Yeah, Yazi. Her
Yazi's
video,
dope.
that B shit is crazy.
Yeah, that beat.
Boo boo. He's fine. He be rapping. He be spitting bars.
Indian K was pretty awesome.
Indian K.
So, yeah.
Hey, Indian K. Hey,
He's
Indian
fun.
K.
He's
Hey,
fun, bro.
Indian
Indian K was on
Wherever
fire.
I see Indian K and
Yeah.
everything. That's a real
Yeah,
dude.
he's the
That's
homie.
a
He's the
real
homie.
dude right there.
I haven't seen that. Put
Indian
it down
K
like
be
that
some-
in a minute.
He be on some real gangster
And shout out to
shit,
Rick
too.
Scales and to
No
Sham
doubt.
Black as well.
No doubt. Sham be doing his thing out recently. He opened up for some folks. I seen him. We're opening up for folks out of town.
Nice.
I've seen Boo Boo out of town, with footage. Rick Scales, I mean, he's your host. He's the MC at everything that's relevant around town. I love that young dude right there. Yes, sir. Rick Scales. My boy B-Boy Mancini, he be in the
Yes,
cut,
sir.
but he reps Banish.
We got to get him on the show.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Banish reps San Diego,
Banish has got a
Orko
project coming
and
out.
Brady. I didn't answer the question. I known both of these dudes all my adult, my hip hop
Shout out
life.
to the improv.
I knew Brady when we played Little League. Yeah, shout out improv. I knew Brady when we played in Little League. So even before rapping, his older relatives was making music in different times, and so. Yeah,
And I'm just putting it out there. We got to get Brady on the show.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
love to get Brady.
Sunshine Park. I played there. That was me. Brady, a gang of folks.
What would you say is your top 5 bottom rappers?
Bottom rappers, like
Yeah.
the ones that
The-
didn't make
just-
the top 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have to be local.
That's
Just no.
all of them.
No, but it's just like anybody. Period. Like,
so
who are you not feeling right now? Like top 5.
Oh man, I can't. You know what? I don't know.
local. Not
No, I
local,
know. That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. Not local. It's like literally like you could say snow, vanilla ice. Like it don't matter. Like
Soak the
King D,
shaka.
Boo Boo, I'd be honored to rock like that. I gotta get my bars up to fuck with Boo Boo.
Oh, that'd be a hot track.
Top 5 least cats. Let me think. I don't even know. I can't even see. I don't even know whack rappers like that, so I can't give
Nah,
you
because
top.
I remember even Cutfather one time, like
How can
R.I.P. No, but
Can
listen
I
to this.
drink to that? I
Yes,
can't answer that.
Because like, no,
question.
the funny part is I remember I was like, yo, I just got this fucking single I've been looking for. I got this College Boys,
Yeah.
Victim of the Ghetto, and I remember Cut was like, don't you ever fucking mention them whack ass motherfucker.
yeah.
It's like, so R.I.P. So even Cut like
Yeah,
has
whack
his
rapper- whack
like
rapper.
you gotta at least
What
have
else?
one whack ass rapper that you're like, I'm never listening. Like me, fuck Busta Rhymes. Next, like there's gotta be somebody,
Man, truthfully, I don't know, man.
bro.
I don't have a whack rap list.
Yeah, I know. I don't either, but I can at least think of like, okay, am I ever gonna listen to Young Black Teenagers? No. Am I ever gonna listen to Tap the 40? No.
But YBT. Okay, see, I can't even say they were. Okay, let me. Okay, man.
There's gotta be one fucking
Like when they
group.
played it when you were like in the car and then somebody pops it in, you're like, what the fuck are you playing
Yeah.
this shit for?
Or you walk into a spot and you're like, damn, they played that, bro. I gotta get the fuck out. I know you, because I know for a fact you've even walked up to me with
Yeah, I
like,
don't want to.
Like, why you playing this?
yeah, no, not to me, but I've seen him like come up to me and go like, why the fuck is this song being played? Like, you know what I mean? All right, look, if you can't answer that, answer this. If you had an album today, would you have any features? Like you have top 5. You got 5 people that you could feature.
In the world?
Yeah,
build-
like
to
who would
build-
you?
Dead or alive to
Dead
build
or
an album.
alive? Top 5 records. Okay. Well, yeah, man.
To make a
well,
record.
You could be producer. You could be like, I want J. Cole as a featured. I want Premier to make
the
a
King
beat. Like
D
it's
album.
anybody, yeah.
It's the
King
King
D album,
album.
and I have 5 of my cats. Man.
5 of
Okay,
anybody.
Okay. Dead or alive?
Yep.
Dead or
And
alive.
I would want to say I would like to have Big L.
Nice.
I would like to have could that be a producer?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would like to have. I would love to rap with Big L. Okay, yeah, Big L. I would love to fuck with Large Professor.
Nice.
I guess maybe I would probably would be honored to fuck with Cool G Rap.
Oh,
Yeah.
Of course, Nas. That's 4.
Yeah.
And then for me, another person, and I would say maybe because it would. Let me think of one really quick.
I'm shocked.
And then
that
I'd have
one-
to say Chris, man. I'd have to say KRS because
Really?
that would just be like, I mean, that would be the ultimate to me. I don't even know how
Not
that
even
would
Primo.
sound. Primo?
Just to have a beat by Primo's pretty fucking.
I guess I didn't
yeah.
even mention it, so nah. But I mean, maybe I slipped on that. But I used to like a lot of large professor shit, and that
Yep.
maybe that would be me. You know what I mean? And 5 is not even enough. So I'm shooting at
Well,
like
don't get too
I'm
greedy.
trying to rap with Big L. Yeah. I'm not. That's a crazy question. I never heard
Right.
you guys answer that.
And by the way, main one, that's top 5 bottom rappers. No one
I
has
don't.
asked that.
So top 5 bottom rappers, I don't have one because I don't fuck with whack rappers, and if they do rap and I don't like them, I just let them.
You just
I don't
pull the
I don't
cord.
think. Yeah, I don't really pay
Let me
attention.
ask you this: was there a video back in the day when, like, let's say you were in high school and you get home and you're either watching Rap City or you're watching Yo MTV Raps, you're like, fuck, man, like they're playing like at
Like,
least
damn,
this video.
Bone Thugs
Like,
again?
because I used to get mad, like I used to get home and I used to have like 30 minutes, right? And all of a sudden I would come in and I'd be like,
Okay.
fuck, dude, they're
So-
playing fucking
So Bone
Shinehead.
Bone
Like, get
Stung
this-
was never whack to me, but
No, I was
okay,
just throwing
but
that.
you know when you said that, when the MTV Raps played Bone Stungs in the barn, I kind of was like, why are these
barn?
guys rapping in the barn?
Oh no,
Oh,
you're talking
yeah.
about, you're talking about the you're talking crucial conflict.
Okay, crucial conflict.
Yeah.
So maybe that I could,
Ramen- or
there's
ramen
cats
on
that I
hay
would
or
be
whatever.
like, man, I don't fuck with. There was a lot of San Diego rappers that we just, that we, to name that they probably didn't like us either. But
Yeah, who were those names?
Nah,
This guy, dude.
I'm just trying to get it spicy.
they might even be the homies. You never know.
Oh,
They might have thought the same of us.
There you go.
It could have went both ways. You know what I mean? Nah. Never that. But there was, yeah.
so let me ask you this: who you bumping in your car? Like when you're driving around, like what are you listening
Man,
to?
Rome Streets,
Rome Streets is
Griselda,
Griselda.
Rock Marciano,
Nice.
Stove God,
Stove
Reasonable
God.
Drought album. Stove God gave me the fucking. He almost made. I made it through the pandemic with the Stove God Reasonable Drought album, so
I gotta
I
listen
could
to
say that. But yeah, Rome Streets. I like Boldy. I like the and like Cool G Rap had some new stuff. I check for everybody, man. I give them a listen.
What do you think about G Amazawa?
You know what? I seen me and Philly Phil. We seen him in J-Town one time performing, and he spits bars,
He's
dude.
fucking nasty.
And
bro.
he's
one of my
Japanese
top
too,
five,
and
yeah.
he spits like yeah. That dude is dope. That dude, I bought some product from him when he was there, and Phil buys product.
How many pounds?
Man, kilos.
Nah, but seriously, that dude,
Kilos.
I actually hit that dude up even online to see if I can get him in here if he ever comes to town.
Yeah, fire,
'Cause
dude.
He's fucking so
From
dope,
like
bro.
North Carolina or something like that.
He's from Durham, North Carolina, and
He's from
he
North
lives in
Cac.
LA right now.
Yeah.
The dude actually even
You think he
won.
could sell a show?
Well, I
it's
don't
hard
know
to
because
say.
I know he's got some singles that are really dope.
That's not the question.
Yeah, no, I mean,
If
he's
people knew rapping,
spoken word
Yeah.
champion though,
and they
dude, like
and they
world
seen
champion
it,
too.
it'd be hard to say, but they should know though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They should know.
but he's super dope. But that's actually one of my like top 3 right now. That dude's straight Japanese. He's even got a documentary about his parents' restaurant too.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. He's dope.
What's your opinion on like the music hip hop scene in San Diego, where it's at right now?
I mean,
Where it was, and then where it's at right now.
where it was we were itching to party. We created the party. We wanted to make the party. Now I think it's a lot different these days. It's good. There's a good scene. A lot of the cats we named, they keep it alive. They're doing their thing. People putting on shows. Milky Wayne.
Milky
You know what I
Wayne,
mean?
yes.
Kali. You know what I'm saying? DJ Root. You artistic. A lot of cats that keep doing the hip hop, things. We keeping it alive. Times have definitely changed though, and we might not be able to get back to that. And a lot of the young artists, they're on it in a different way, or they're doing different things, so they don't really have to do that. Like we created the party because we wanted to be somewhere.
Yeah.
We didn't have internet to show off and things like that. So we needed to be at the spot to show off, or show out, as they say. You know what I mean? Or party and have a good time. As we got older, we wanted to party and have a good time, but in the beginning, it was like, man, we got, who's rapping tonight?
Yeah. But, I mean, you can never deny the live element, because the live element.
The live element has always been there. It's just going to be different times.
Yeah.
The young dudes, but now.
What do you think that maybe the San Diego hip-hop scene can improve in?
I think they can improve in is just trying to take it to a different level, dude. Making it interesting, making it just not the same things every time. Spending some money. Being a little bit more professional, and everyone was, everyone's guilty of that because it might be because of funding or whatever. It might be because they're afraid to take it to that different level.
You mean like they get stuck in the loop?
Yeah.
And then it just becomes.
But also participation is just. Totally
I think that's a big part. What you
times
just said.
are different.
Yeah, participation. Like you need a group effort to move forward. One guy can't just walk with the torch.
If these three groups are performing every shows or every time, or these different individuals every time, and we're not every week, we can't be intrigued by that. We're not going to go.
Yeah.
And it's no disrespect to those artists, whether they're dope or they're whatever, but it's not like adult life is different. When we were kids, man, we had time to do that 3 times. Or even in our younger adult age, we had time to do that. So.
There's a question in the chat too, by the way.
You want to say it?
Yeah, so basically someone's asking right now, any favorite memories from the trip in Japan in the 90s, and have you been back since?
I first went to a tribal. First went with Tribal. That was incredible. That was my first tour. I opened up for Funk Dubious and Syko Realm. Those are big memories with Tribal. Those will never. Yeah, I might not be able. When you come home from that, you can never replace that party. Yeah, the party ain't the same. So from that trip, the 2 trips I took with Freestyle Session with Cross One, irreplaceable. Memories you can never get those back. I loved them, every one of them. Yeah, we had memories.
But was there anything funny that stood out though? Like, did someone shit their pants, or did you guys forget luggage?
Nah, nobody shit their pants.
How were the females out there?
The females, well,
I mean, was it like 10s or was it like 6?
I mean, it was whatever maybe your heart desired or what you were trying to obtain.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
I heard about the concubine that came from Japan.
Concubine.
It came from Japan.
Yeah.
I mean,
I never been very polite though out there.
There's sometimes you can't speak on things, but I mean, cats was signing skirts. Cats were doing a lot of things when I did the tribal tour. That was my first experience on being on the road. So the women,
the food,
the food. And just being out of the country, you know what I mean, and being in an environment where you're being treated like that and taken care of, and things amazing. Are learn. That was my first tour, so learning that memories, that was that the tribal tour was the whole 11-day package of everything that our artists would feel like, this is I'm doing it, you know what I mean, but that was it. Like you're on top of the world at that point as a rapper or as an entertainer, because we did go to entertain. So those were my biggest memories, being with the people who I was with, and making that trip, Bobby and Carl and Tribal and all them. Those memories, Freestyle Session memories too, great. Have I been back since? Nah, but But I think we're going this year in the middle of the year for a Freestyle Session event.
Nice.
So I will be returning.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
To the motherland. Oh, man. All right, so let me ask you this. What is your favorite track that you're featured on that's not an LPSD track?
That's a good question.
Thank you, sir.
The favorite track, one of the favorite tracks that I'm not featured on is that I'm featured on is a Mad Joker project called The Burial, and it's with Cupfather, and it is with Basement, Bass Black, and Mad Joker.
Damn,
one of my favorites. Wow. It probably, as far as non-LPSD, it probably is my favorite.
and also, I was gonna ask you, how can we How can we get these LPSD songs on these digital platforms? Is there a way?
How can we get them on there?
Yes.
I've been asked to do it a few times. You know, with the passing, you know, Turan had a lot of the music. We're gonna, you know, we all have, you know, some of the music, and you know, I have a lot of my own actually.
Or like on a SoundCloud, so we can.
It should have already been. See, we were from that generation where it wasn't, you know what I mean, and a little primitive when it comes to that. But
no, 100%.
And even me not even having the music to send to you, that's like, yeah.
That one you got me. That one you got me on that one.
Facts. Yo, no, but how do we do it? We probably just have to gather it all up and try to do it.
Because that would be, you know, I'm sure.
You will get
I love. San Diego would love that.
Yeah, you'll get that person. You'll get that personally faster than everybody else, but.
And I will definitely play that.
Yeah, you will get that faster, but
100%, guys.
We work on that at times, and like I said, man, sometimes my shit'll be in my storage, and I don't even have access to it, and I can't even, you know what I mean? And Steven Flex was gonna send some, and you know, I hit him at the last minute, and things like that. So, but yeah.
For the record, we didn't hit you up last minute though.
Nah, these guys. See, these guys are on point, man. I be coming in here.
For the record, yes. Every artist we ask, we always ask for 10+ songs.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, you could give me 20 songs, and I'm
fucked
running through them.
I fucked up.
You're not the only one. Trust me.
Yeah.
There's a good percentage.
I fucked up.
No, we just like the.
I figured me and him would run our mouths enough anyway, so we didn't need all the music. People could go tune in. People could go look for the music. They know what it is. My true, you know, not to say, but my true fan, my fan base, we all know what time it is. They could reach out to me, King D, and they can get it. Might take a long time. You know, who knows?
Might take a
couple months.
They can reach out, but it might take a couple months.
They're probably
maybe a year.
affiliated with somebody that they might as well go ask who could better give it to them than me.
Let me be that curator. Just send it all to me.
That's the best.
Just send it all
but
to me.
I'll give, you know, and there's some special things that I can conjure up and bring to you. That way you'll have some stuff that not a lot of people have.
And then let me and Syko work on the beat, and we'll get you and Boo Boo on the fucking track.
Oh man, I gotta get my.
How
I
about
gotta
that?
get I
How
gotta
about
get my
that,
bars
Boo-Boo?
up. I gotta get my bars up. But
let me try to facilitate
It
that.
would be my honor, man. I'll
Thank
fuck
you.
with Boo Boo.
All right,
You know
so
what
we
I mean?
got
I
it
don't know
there.
him like that, but
You heard it first, right there.
Yeah.
Boo Boo, you already know we got you.
We need some of that. I know Boo Boo's gonna say too, but we need some of that, like that head
grime,
nod
grime.
shit, that grime. Yeah. Woo, yeah.
I love that.
I like the way you did that. 100%.
Facts.
That's what we got Chuck here for, man. We got Sweet Chuck, man. He's our newest
Moderator.
addition to the show.
He's the moderator.
He's moderating.
Soon
all
to
that
have
shit.
a mic.
Yeah, we're gonna get a mic.
But it'll
soon,
be
guys.
paused.
Yeah, we'll have him on mute, but he'll feel more special with that.
Let's get into
and yeah, we're gonna get into some music right now. Let's see what we got. Who's Music Radio every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. King D, LPSD representing SD. No pun intended. Let's go.
you think you're burning me this summer. Dumb if you think you're burning me this summer. Dumb if you think you're burning me this summer. And thinking you can freeze me in the winter makes you dumber. They don't call me Dash for nothing. It's a fact I'll be destroying them seeds single-handedly every time I rap when I attack. Feeble minds is terror. If I ever stop rapping, that's it, end of an era. But until then, I'm the executioner. Like they said, whack MCs must die. We have no use for you, so go for your gun because your mic don't work. But if you shoot and miss, you better tie your boots and put them shits to work. Cause my entourage spins do like Taz. What happens after that? If you don't know, you better ask. Nigga rock a Bushwick, Hancock, that's that. LPSD's test for that shit, J real rap. Think before you react. Focus your eyes and look around like Master Ace or get your body laid flat.
Well, it's the 1-2 check, back at you with the judge or jury. Visions are never blurry, even though the eyes are slanted. Don't take for granted styles and skills, everyday ills plus the pressure. Twist and bend the words to get my point across. Tipsy off the sauce, fuck the floss. We bring it to you straight up. No need for a chaser. Erase the whackness. Chop shops got my back on this, so you know we stay protected. From the beats on down, even when times get hectic, thoughts stay collected. Calm plus cool like the most dash. It's the LPS, damn combination. 1-2 punch from the Asian they call the King D. Styles blunt like a Philly on some other shit, so I know you might not feel me.
I'm saying it's like this and then I've never been a dancer. It's ice-lit on a microphone enhance a track. I smack ducks like it's nothing. Niggas be frontin', so I'ma bust a little something to show them where the skills at. I peels caps on the regular. I'm telling you, I put it into my competitor. Inferia is what I'm making. Shaking up the foundation. Smoking boom for hella elevation. Yes, pal, I'm from the SoCal. No how could you ever represent? I had the know-how to get with this sick click, cause we thick kid. You know I'm down with that shit, he from Bushwick. So never in your life try to step, cause we catch wreck. I smoke a nigga with the check. Nigga freak him like I came to drink. Grand Royal Supreme, wanna sing, catch a mad cream. What?
I'm live, ain't nothing Memorex. Yo, why you niggas wanna flex? I rock hard like your dicks. All of y'all soft like my breath. We give a fuck who's the man. I'm the goddamn woman. Back to pistol, let a sister get down, cause I'm coming. I never bitches, but I might throw curves, switching styles like I'm switching my hips to sway and swerve. I played 900 numbers, more than 45 kings. I slid in the thirds, a bad, I make them swing. So just soaked and break the beat like Laker with 6 DJ Blade. Hook it tight and make them bounce like checks for the chop shop. Rollers drop like Black Panthers. Pumping verbal ammo, I'm the microphone and hands to J Silk.
Bang for the hardcore. Cut ballers, kick your bang for the hardcore. Cut ballers, kick your bang for the hardcore. Cut ballers. Around the place, these ghetto streets with weapons. Eating sand and glass when I'm repping. Let the rhyme stairs keep pleasant. Bring water sections to sectors, now insects I'm crushing. Microphone is spit, raw verbs, emotionally touching. Crushing that rhyme rope, push through levels of murderous mind scenes. Old school delight like fat caps and jungle breed. They just ain't the level of hip hop nowadays. Exists on earth, just every whack line you say. No question, this is one MC, we route minds. Battling me like trying to
All right,
rhyme so that
Father.
get
your chickens out of the beat.
Ain't no give answer, but cause cut father knows that. You disrespect your family bloodline, say your ass get rhyme. Serve your crew every time. Steam A black with prime time. F-Stone, Petstone, Copperfield, your federal. Downsides your physical worth to shock your world electro. Retro rhyme style of the South Pacific, so more honor. C4 birds I detonate with my avant-garde bike rocker. Kick your bang for the hardcore. Cut ballers, kick your bang for the hardcore.
San Diego.
Tarantino on the classic, thick bastard, snaps like plastic. Past the last rapping has been on wax, get blasted. Faster than fast, kid, spit it quick, get it mastered. Ill rhyme tactics, y'all ain't even in the same league. Supreme Bigs, me and Manson, Black Rain, we get it cracking. Diego to Manhattan, infinite amping with the sampling, wrapping them up in paper or plastic. Give me the green and the goes up in max, I'm taxing them. Yeah, everybody knows now the flows won't slow down. Hit the freeway, East 894, downtown swinging.
singing and fiending. You're dreaming infrared, I'm beaming. Out reaching my peak, and one bar you'll be creaming like singing. My team is eager to beat them. Enemies be fleeing the scene. I've seen them, you've seen. Rep the box, kid. Lyrical cocaine.
On the streets of San Diego.
Drop the mad fat classic. Underground. SD, I represent.
Transmitting.
Fly rock.
Fly down the phone. On the streets of San Diego.
Drop the mad fat classic. Underground. SD, I represent.
Transmitting.
Fly rock.
And let the fly down the phone.
These streets and blocks raised on them, fought battle to paid on them, pay homage, purple haze bomb shit. You acting, we ain't got nothing in common. In Diego, peep me catching the train, or the 805 catching brain, or at the armory selling paint. Maybe Gillespie traveling via airplane. Original shots and calling mines, in the channel bombing, Charlie lines, dotted line. Tarantino, man, Sagatti rhyme. Lyrical clip full, pull the shell off. Well, I feel your favorite rappers fell off. Care less about your bitch ass. Proclamation, documentation, turn classic with witchcraft. Rock the nation. I'm Pablo and Corleone in jail. White night at the round table, spitting a holy grail. You see these phony and stale. I'm rolling with the L's, told it in braille. That's the parallel.
On the streets of San Diego.
Drop the mad fat classic. Underground. SD, I represent.
Transmitting.
Fly rock.
Fly down the phone. On the streets of San Diego.
Drop the mad fat classic. Underground. SD, I represent. Yo. For the strife and the commas, I raise the right hand like your sacrifice in this life was nice, your honor. Here's some advice. I'm the life for the drama. Go ahead and try to roll dice. You can pay the price with these bombers. What it was, it don't matter. Try building a bridge, and all you did was choose a dagger and chatter. This character ain't a clapper, I'ma vanish his banner. But all this sniff in my pocket, do never had a hammer. Yeah, bully. He the youngest G on my gorilla shit. Banana clip straight out the jungle tree. Break down the clowns like puzzles, check my cutlery. Sword style slice them, look like the back of a bumblebee. Yeah, get the ritmo without the perico. Smack you with the pisto. Go and peep that lingo. Check off with the bullet just like we playing bingo. Through the pack across the Rio to see how far the fin go. Cerebro must be frito si conmigo te metas. Te la rompo frente de tu vieja en la discoteca. Not in it for the feria, pues que fue la meta. Use this if you can't get no lana en esta planeta. Man, scratch that to boost your hype, you play your peers. Talking like a boss, we know you're soft and you really in fear. You ain't fit for the sport, like your time has passed. Every time we hear you holler, we just cringe and laugh. Wishy-washy ass boy, I ought to whip your ass. Everything you spit since 06, man, that shit is trash. Welcome to Petty Ave. Today I got time, cuz truth gon' come out. You can't speak it, just know that time does. Let me sit back and chill, relax without sub work. Gon' eat and take minds out the hood, straight to the suburbs. Tooth for a tooth, don't you dare speak unless you run first. Split your mustard for custard, last thing you heard was a gun burst. Yeah, split mustard for custard, last thing you heard was a gun burst. Last thing you heard was a gun burst. Tooth for a tooth, don't you dare speak unless you run first.
I'ma send your girl home with the pull labia. Pull up with my baby, she yellow like Hook Mania. I just rocked the Palladium, of course I'm rich. Plus every girl I'm with, thicker than a Fortnite bitch. But they all some dime a dozens like 4, 5, 6. Trust me baby, you ain't as cool as who you courtside with. You can catch me at the spot with some Henny and some sweats. Plus these white bitches love me like Benny and the Jets. It don't matter how many you send me, I'm like Mr. Anderson. Oh, you mean that little stick you with, that's just a mannequin. When they with you, it be like you flipping bitches ambient. I don't censor shit anymore, I feel like a mannequin. I'm sorry, I think I got carried away. They used to me singing on tracks like Eric Benet. Hey, I don't care about whatever you say. Fuck the deputy, I'm looking for the sheriff.
Hey, hear that whoop whoop?
Hey.
And I'm bouncing. Heard they moving units up the block with backstock in large amounts. A little faith can move mountains. Just break them down to ounces. Mouth gold like Cash Money 99 2000. Blowing clouds out on the couch. I bet you slouching off the Bama. I'm off the Bruce Banner. It's hitting like a hammer. They think I'm getting banned, so them bitches getting random. Say they wanna make a movie and get nervous on camera.
You know, we picked that lechuga on this side of the border.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Cross One. Shout out to Freestyle Sessions as
we
well.
We snatched that lettuce. All up in the struggle for the cabbage. You know what I mean?
We're trying to get the cabbage. We're picking lettuce over here. What the fuck? All right, so let us know what those tracks, you know, were from, because we do actually still have copies for sale. As a matter of fact, shout out to Soul Shack SD. But let everybody know what the Sonic EPS.
The JNS project was done. Stephen Flex, B Dumb, and they had Deep Rooted. They had a bunch of other artists on there too. Yeah, you could check it out. They're probably still available around. They have some here at the shop. Those were a couple of the songs that they played. Burn Slow, Real Raps. Those songs were on there. The B-Boy Mafia track. You know, those were JNS projects that were done by B Dumb and Stephen Flex.
And it was the EPS project or something?
EPS Chronicles.
Oh, Chronicles. There you go. Yes.
Shout out to the comedian. Yes. Yeah, shout out to Cross's birthday. We already gave you a shout out.
Yeah, rewind that episode, man.
Rewind the track.
Trying to go to dinner. What's up? He's still stuck at home. But anyway, yeah. The EPS Chronicles was a project they did after some of the LPSD projects, and you know that was an extension of them, Steven and Boog doing projects with some of the artists that were doing some things at the times, and people from our group as well.
And shout out to Boog too, man. And my heart, my prayers are going out with you.
Yeah, shout out to B Dumb. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, look at this guy. He's ready to take shots over here.
Yeah.
He's drinking that hardcore H2O and shit, 100%. All right, so what was your favorite venue? I'm sure it's probably going to be, you know, Belly Up, but what was your favorite venue in San Diego that you were performed? Where you were?
I think my favorite venue. I think my favorite venue was Fortin B.
Oh,
it's a big stage.
That was
a big stage.
That was a great.
I was there I did a few times at Fortin B. There had to be other times that the events were but Fortin B.
Okay.
I did rock House of Blues, as a collective, with DJ Riz, Schoolyard All Stars, that he used to, you know, and so yeah, those were special too. And I mean, as of now, any time I rock the stage with Black Rand, you know what I mean, now is most memorable because I can't get those back, you know.
Now, what about like one of those crazy stories that sticks out in your
about rapping on stage?
Nah, well, on tour, like just being in the industry, like what's
like even Chuck has some where he was like where the car broke down and there was like shit with Scribe Sayer in there, like. There's no like
what's a crazy story that you could tell?
Yeah,
share with the audience.
One of the craziest stories is Mad Joker. When we got to Japan, Mad Joker got sick and he was stuck in the hotel, or he's stuck at the our apartment for like 3 days out of the 5 days we were there. And
3 days out of the 5.
He was just under the covers when we got in every night. The two nights he looked like he was locked. We were like, damn, you look like you're in the county, because he was like, looked like he was just under his covers shivering or something.
We got food poisoning?
I don't know, man. I don't know if he was afraid to come out. I don't know what it was.
Someone did shit their pants.
Nah,
literally.
He didn't shit his pants, but
I was just fucking around.
And Matt, for sure he didn't shit his pants. But he didn't come out that much. That was like, and that's not. That had to be a funny story. There many. I mean, I got so many funny stories.
Yeah,
like,
tell us like a couple. Share with the. I mean, if you got like
funny,
couple that share.
Like
funny or crazy.
I mean, funny stories. I mean, I've seen people. Funny story one time is people was rocking our beats on stage, and this was a cassette era, and we had to go get the show tape, snatch the show tape up, ask what was happening. What I'm saying, certain things like that, funny things, man.
Wait, you're saying that like a group was performing with your beat, saying like it was pretending it was theirs?
It was at the World Beat Center one time. It was crazy.
So you had to get the Goon Squad coming out?
Nah, we just had some talks with them homies. It was miscommunication, but that was funny to us at the time, because we at that time our records were playing and we were out, and we were active though. We were running up on DJs, telling them what to play and different things, and
any specific DJs?
Nah, they know. People know what People know who.
People
know we were there. You know what I mean? But just all in all, yeah, just fun times. And funny stories. I mean, there was. Montage stories. Dizzy Order having fights and rapping and sketch and. Just so many. I mean, there's so much. I mean, we based a lot of our going out on comedy too. You know what I mean? Having fun and laughing at different scenarios. So there would be a funny time every time we went out. Something would be happening. You know. So I don't know. Yeah.
Who has more Air Max 90s, 95s?
No,
You or
definitely King D. Cross One can't wear them. No, he don't wear as many 95s as but he has some very nice 95s. But he knows what time it is. Yeah. King D.
Shout out to Cross and our
Everyone knows
UFC
everyone
blaster
knows
box
those
we haven't opened yet.
answers. What?
I said shout out to Cross One and the UFC blaster box we haven't opened yet.
Yeah, you better. Yeah, he opened it. He cracked it already.
Yeah, don't even go there. He's like, he got it 1-on-1 and already sold it. You're late.
Yeah, you're done.
You're late to the party. Oh shit, dude, that's too funny, man. So honestly, like I know that you and don't worry, I'm not gonna go on a tangent on it, but I do want to give you a shout out. 619 Card Sharks, you were part of that as well.
Quickly, yeah, we're into a whole bunch of stuff, but we're collectors. I mean, hoarders, all that shit. So the baseball card shit, yeah, we got in and was doing some break. I was doing some breaks, having fun with that. Just being the commentation for that.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I've been in a lot of breaks.
Yeah.
And you being on there doing the breaks was worth the money, bro. Like I would literally pay more money because you were not only funny with you were just real where you're like, I don't even know how to say this dude's name.
Yeah.
And I was like, even looking at it, I was like, fuck, I wouldn't even know how to
and
say
then
that
also,
name either.
Yeah, because we were keeping it real. Like Felt and Cross One, they were knowing more than they were knowing way more than me on that. I'm a hobbyist, I'm a collector, whatever. But they were knowing more, so they were putting it up on me. They're giving me the quick, the brief, the cliff notes, how to do the shit. I was just talking, you know what I'm saying, having and making it fun too. You know what I mean? Like
great,
keeping
bro.
it real. Like some of these dudes' cards are not going to be worth. Yeah. They are. I don't know. Selling them fast, selling them slow, you never know. So, but I'm just having fun with that. I'll still do a break to this day. Man.
Nice.
I'm not a professional. I'm not better than some of them. But I'll tell you what, I pulled some heat.
101.
I pulled a 101.
I still haven't to this day pulled a 101.
I'll pop my collar on that. I pulled some rare, exotic shit that I couldn't even mention. So I didn't even know the names of some of the shit, so I know it was rare. So fuck it. You know what I mean? I was just calling it whatever the fuck I wanted to call it too.
So if you guys collect on the low, man, don't forget 619 Card Sharks, man. Go look them up on Instagram, man. They got some fucking heat.
Yeah.
You got any other questions, man?
No, I think I got what you got anything else you wanted to say, King D?
No, man, I was probably running my mouth. I appreciate you who you had good questions, like comparisons and things and things that even funny things that I like to talk about. So that was good.
Yeah, man.
That, you know what I mean? And we probably could have talked for way more time too, so
No, but we're definitely gonna bring you back.
Yeah, big, yes, sir.
Shout out to Indian K in the chat.
Oh, okay, so Indian K, he knows the government like Indian K. I never really hang with Indian K, but whenever I seen him, solid motherfucker, big motherfucker too. So
he's that's my new cousin.
I show respect to them kind of young dudes, the young homies. But yeah, big up Indian K.
Shout out to Indian K. And if you haven't checked out that episode last week,
good one, good.
Yeah.
These cats put on good interviews. More people should be tuning in. You know what I mean? Not just because it's me or anybody else, but people should tune in like a little bit. So maybe we gotta do better too. But shout out everyone.
We appreciate either like it or share it or whatever you got to do.
Do
and
something.
Don't forget, guys, like for real, like this is the other thing too. If you're not here live, you can also go back because we put the whole episode on YouTube.
Yeah.
So it's
YouTube
there.
and Mixcloud.
Yeah.
Tell the homies or tell us what's wrong or tell us what's right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, give us a shout out. I know sometimes people tune in and just tune right out, but I be in the chat when I watch WHOSMUSIC. Sometimes, a lot of times, that at least come in and say what's up, give a shout out, man, and bounce, do whatever, man. But participate. That and one of the questions you asked earlier, participation is key, man. Like, come on. You know what I mean? You might not like me, you might not like the L's or whoever they bring on or whatever the case, but I mean, not to say go ahead and say that, but we need more unity, participation. People, if it ain't just about you, it's about all of us too. So you know what I mean. You want somebody to tune into you. You kind of know. You got to
give and take.
You got to kind of know what to do. And if you don't know, then you're in the wrong business. You know what I mean? You're in the wrong business, man.
Oh man, look at this one over here. It says icons or roundtable MCs. And then it says, prep the final shot, Syko.
Prep the final shot.
Oh,
you know
shit.
what? So the last one, here's the thing. The last one is going to come with an explanation and a shot, okay? And I'm going to answer this question.
Yes.
So 100%, it's not 100%, but the icons, ICONS most definitely, because it becomes from a time frame, and it comes from a situation where that's who I rock with at the time. So I have to say icons. But as I got older, Unite, Roundtable MCs, these young dudes are Mike Check. These were dudes, Wick. These were dudes that were doing it. They were active in their part of town. I knew about them right away. I paid attention, and I love all of them fools. Fools, but I love all them cats to this day. But the answer to the question, yeah, is icons, and we're gonna salute both of them. We're gonna take a shot to both of those crews. Unite is my guy. You know what I'm saying? We you know, and Unite has been around the world, and he's a big figure in what we're doing. And if you don't have respect for him and you don't know what time it is with him, then you need to get up in the game.
And
but
that was
icons,
go ahead.
Recipe Sketch,
All right,
Frosty,
Sketch.
you know, Demon, this man right here that was a part, HOP, Lonnie, rest in peace, Lonnie, everybody that, Brian Bell, everybody that was a part of the Icons family, man. Come on, man. Raise your glass. Whatever to them too, and Roundtable MC, salute.
Salute.
Thank you, DJ Who. Thank you, DJ Syko.
Thank you, King D.
You know what I'm saying? I love all you cats. I ran my jib. I bumped my gums.
We're never gonna have those gums back.
Yeah, yes we are.
All right, so let everybody know after that drink what your socials are. How can they hit you up?
Shit, it's just LPS. It's just King D on Facebook and all that. But as far as the Instagram, just LPSD King D. That's really about it, man. You know, you could YouTube LPSD, you could YouTube King D, see what pops up. You know what I mean? You know, but the LPSD, it'll be on there. King D, you might see a few things on the YouTube freestyle session.
Hopefully, I get the file so I can play.
Yeah, actually, the 4 files were sent. The name was spelled wrong.
Yeah,
you'll get them. You'll get them tonight.
It's the best.
And I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that off camera. But
rest in peace to all my fallen soldiers.
Yes, straight up.
We've lost many, too many to name. Whatever you guys are doing, give a shout out to everybody. Whatever they're doing, we
shout out to the person
anybody
that won't
you
say
lost,
the name,
man.
though.
Come on, rest easy.
Shout out to the person that's remaining anonymous right now, man.
Big up to the people in the
we
chat
appreciate
if you are there.
Shout out to people in the chat. Don't forget to check out WHOSMUSIC.com, buy some merch, support the show. Also check out keepingItunderground.com for all San Diego culture music.
Support Cutwater, Mr.
Support
Sticker.
all that, Mr. Sticker.
Soul Shack, 3535 Adams Avenue.
And King D is actually episode 105. So we
105, we keep it live.
We have 105. We have 105 episodes from everything ranging from artists to DJs, all San Diego. So make sure you check the back catalog.
And they're even we're growing, man.
What am I drinking on?
You were drinking some I think it was some rum.
That Henny.
Was it brandy?
Henny.
No, Henny. No. It's Cutwater shit. I think it's a rum or something, man.
Whatever it is, salute.
There you go. Hey, Who's Music Radio every Wednesday nights.
And we're gonna end it off with one more song.
Yes. Next week is no episode, actually.
No episode.
Yes.
On,
I'll be in the Caribbean, That's how we do it. Who's
after
Music
that,
Radio?
February 8th, we got Scribe
Sayer, the OG Rune Orpheus.
Rune Orpheus, that's the young homie for years.
Yeah.
Next month we got Scribe.
Shout out to Saltwater.
We got DJ Miggs, and then we got Nemi closing it out.
Yeah.
Nemi,
and then we got a special guest in March that we'll talk about later. Though.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. All right.
We're gonna end it off on one.
Yes. Who's Music Radio every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Let's go. King D.
Right about now, it must be the SCSD in the place right now. That's what collection. This is what we do. San Diego, stand the fuck up around this motherfucker, man. It's the LPS dope. Young Sick, the Grand Imperial Cup Bomber. And we drop it on them just like this. We bless y'all with rhythmatic time. On beat, off beat, had a vibe biz that blows out your lead line. Your best bet's to subside beat for ride deep, sideline reef, but like El Lime leaf. Southeast rhyme terrorists. Y'all the fake fairies spreading with blood rocks on
park hearse. Suckers frontin' hard, but take flicks with man bursts. Your style is minimal, incapable of pushing panic buttons when be done break something. Y'all pretty petty punks that get popped like plastic. World Rhyme Records reppin' the SD classic.